Well, hello there, viewers. I've got seagulls playing in the background, but we don't have seagulls yet. Well, I guess we're on the coast, right? So seagulls in the let's pull a little peaceful travel music up. So nice to see you all, viewers and players. Nice to be back this week. Um, we had quite a session last week. Um, Travel up the eastern coast, headed to the port city, Gadai Harbor. We live in a world just after the Sundering where the prime was condensed into one prime plane and then split into two, one for the deities, one for the primordials. We're playing in the one for the primordials, so the deities, 100 years ago, disappeared. But there's a lot of zealots and other parties that keep a watchful eye out for their deities, their long lost deities here in Godai Harbor, and spend time trying to find ways to bring them back. And we're headed to that fun city. So we to get to for a heist. I'm gonna steal something from them, but it's for a good cause. Um, nice, Roth. And I ran. So we've been heading up the coast. I think everyone has become besties with 3 out of the 4 party members are werewolves. I should clarify. And they have over many months now had a lot of challenges, coming to learn to adapt to life with this wolf within. Nice, Rob. uh, and successfully they've built such a bond. Each of them now, all 3 of them have been able to name their wolf within, and therefore they can transform into werewolf whenever they want. They don't have to worry about that compulsion in the full moon unless you roll a natural 1. So we'll do some quick checks whenever the moon comes around. Um, which I think might be tonight, to be honest. Might be the first of the full moons, but I'll check that on my notes here in a little bit. We're heading up the coast. Everyone fell into a soft slumber while traveling. I think you're traveling via floating lily, so you'll just sleep on that for the most part. And everyone ended up in their own dream, following this sort of guidance, heading down a dark stairwell at their own gravesite, um, finding themselves passing into a large chamber with a large set of scales on the back wall and a number of blue flames illuminating the space around the room. And let's see, a lot of mosaics and other things showing different spirits and ghosts and sort of things like that along the wall. Tile work, done in tile work. And a person stepped in and introduced themselves, apologized for calling everyone to them, but they don't like invading other people's dreams without permission. So they invited you all here in your dreams. Although you're in a very real place now, your souls are, as they said, and Dacos was the name of this individual. Um, and gentleman appears human, a little, something's a little off in the form. There's sort of a like a almost a fey energy to his humanoid presence. But he stands about 6'3". It's a thinly trimmed silver beard, silver eyebrows, and thick like my hair, but thicker, more volume, and it's all silver. Moderately muscular build. He's got sleeves for tattoos that are a lot of roses and vines and such that run up the arms. Um, and he only has one eye open. Over his left eye, down the forehead and onto the cheek is a pretty gnarly scar and keeps that eye shut. But the eye that's open, the iris is like a prismatic rainbow almost. It has adds to that Fey energy. Um, let's see. Right. He said that he's been asked to assist you twice in the past year and a half, and almost no one owes him anything. He all doesn't owe anyone else much. So when people call in their favors for the same group twice in a year and a half, he just had to meet you all. All right, let's see where we were with that. Okay, so I think we'll pick up there where he's just sharing. And stop me if there was anything I missed that we discussed after, but I think we wrapped right around there on the Pecos note. And he greeted you all. You're all together now in the same space. Oh, yes, I simply had to meet you all, and I've been asked twice in the past year and a half to, well, assist you, look out for you. Oh, he shared that he sent the Reaper. The Reapers are under his command, and sent that one out to give you assistance in the city of Moonfell. I think we did introductions. Yes, well, so a pleasure to make your acquaintance, one and all. I understand you're on your way to God High Harbor. Yes? What do you know of the city yourself?
Nothing. Oh, sorry. That's just me personally. I know nothing.
Yeah, not a lot.
Fair enough.
It's been a few years since I've been there.
Well, the citizens there have been many. Those in charge, certainly. And up to no good. I always struggle with this part. If I tell you too much, well, your adventurous spirit will call. You want to see the rest of the answers. If I tell you too little, it sparks your curiosity. Your adventurous spirit will call. If I tell you not to look into it, well, we know how that will go. So, I'll attempt to thread this needle carefully. To many, that town is just a place for religious folks and zealots alike, for the old deities that have left us, to gather, keeping watchful eye for the deities to return, and well, they study and research ways to return them as well. Deep behind their walls of the city. Well, in their more recent pursuits, they've, I can't say succeeded, not at all. But what they're doing in their attempts have caught the eye of the Primordials. They've all but declared war on the Primordials at this point. And now you may have noticed that the Primordials took off to the edges of the planet, no doubt to recover from their 100 years of war. But they watch. In fact, they watch the world very intently. Hey, Serena. Babaru. A little bit. There we go. and their eyes all loom over Godai Harbor, keeping careful count of those that enter and leave, marking them as enemies. So I've been asked to ward you as you enter Godai Harbor from primordial eyes and their watch lists. I can guarantee with my help, this boon I can offer, that no primordial will see you as you enter Godai Harbor during your time there or as you leave, so as not to be counted among their enemies should they decide to take action.
This is in no way me rejecting this. Who keeps asking you to help us?
The first favor I cannot share. Who asked? This is from another. This is from an old acquaintance, an old, well, friend, dare I say, that has taken notice of you all as well. I believe you met them recently. They carry the name Lennox.
All right.
You're a bit of an overseer of happenings.
Well, not to speak for everyone, but I know that protection from zealots would be great for me, at least. Well, eventually. Maybe.
Definitely. Like for me. For us.
All
No,
the help we
thank
can
you.
get, I'm more than happy to accept. Is there a price tagged along with accepting help? Because normally that comes with, from every storybook I've ever been allowed to read, beautiful strangers that give magical aid usually come with strings attached.
Well, thank you. Just ear tucks a little.
We all have highs. Come on now.
Yes, well, for this favor, it's my debt owed to Lennox that is being paid. So, if you wish to make any tribute, that should be directed to the true benefactor, Lennox. Though I doubt they'd accept it. Yes. No cost. No cost.
Good.
Sign me up.
Wonderful. Well, it's done. Hey, you don't feel any different? Nothing, nothing visibly changed.
Good.
During your entrance and while there, and even while leaving, for a good week or two of travel, primordials will not detect your presence. I sense that, looking at Tuna, that you've worshipped, perhaps served a primordial, but the connection is
We broke up.
just. Well, should you find yourself in service to another, that will work just fine. They simply won't know your location.
Okay, good. Still shopping around a little bit, but
It's wise to do so. Well, as a bit of an additional thanks for Lennox asked for very little of me in return for a greater debt that I owed them. So I'm throwing in this, and in his hands appears an old golden coin that he starts, just working around through the fingers back and forth. this coin, and kind of like closes his hand and it shows up in the other, just little parlor trick stuff, just 'cause he's eccentric like that. Starts, walking around. Can be used by one of you once. This, and kind of starts to gesture to hold it out to whomever, is this ancient coin, and you've never seen, it seems to be made out of probably gold, but it's time worn, and you don't recognize the print or anything like that on either side. Is a payment for death themselves. And flips it and disappears. To spare you once should you die. Who wishes to accept a coin?
Can we take it and then give it to someone else, give it to one of our party later, or is it a symbolic gesture? If we take it now, we accept it.
You can choose. Once I pass it to you, it is up to you to do with whatever you wish.
Okay.
I'm just out of the corner of my eye looking at Tuna.
Look, I've cheated death once already. I'm not. I don't know if I should be the one to
Twice?
take this.
Considering we all had to walk into a grave to get in here, it just seems but who knows? All of us could benefit from it in the next coming
Right.
days. So we'll just take it and then decide. Maybe draw straws.
Or bag of holding.
Whoever's person it is on, when they die, it will be their payment and forfeit of their soul. They can pay death with this coin instead.
Okay, so it's all right. That's the first conversation we should have, not a let's put it off till later. Understood.
Okay.
Very well, and just waves his hand, and then it's in your hand, Dia.
Ooh, shiny.
Ooh, yeah. Nice.
Good call. Good call.
Well, looks over to Feora. I would love to speak with you a bit too, Feora. You and I, of course, are alike in some ways. Following the path of a rogue, taking on the weight of the world, seeing dead and walking the world as a phantom among the living.
You also see them?
Yes. Since I can remember. Speak with them, get their help. And I owe a greater deal than he's asked of me. And so I'd like to impart a little of my expertise if you're willing to accept it.
Adrian saddles up a little bit closer to Feora just because.
Nice. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Please?
Of course. And he takes a few minutes. I hope you'll all forgive me. I should only be a few moments to impart this wisdom, and is there in the room, walks over to you, Feora, and shares a little bit about talking about ghosts and how they're able to lend you their aid each day. When you take a long rest, and you can get a new skill to be proficient in. And how ghosts, some of that information gets deteriorated with death. They forget certain things, and they're able to give you their proficiency, but there are ways to kind of stoke that spirit's flame and allow them to remember the full details of the skill that they had in life, granting you expertise instead of proficiency. So you can use it to get expertise instead of proficiency in a skill henceforth, including bringing one of your proficiencies up to expertise, in that day, or a skill that you don't know. So a little tweak, but something helpful. That's all there is to it.
Do you know why?
I'm sorry. Do I know why? What?
Why we see them?
It's funny you should ask. I don't know that I'm the right person to explain it, but the right person would love an audience with you, and gestures to a door on the back wall if you some time.
I glance back at the rest of the group. Do I have to go alone?
For you, it's safe. For those that are not phantoms, there are risks. I would advise. So don't think.
I'll be back, guys.
I don't
Right
like
here.
this.
We're right here waiting. Promise.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll go through the door.
Okay, you step back through the door. Diego says, "Well, let's play a game while we wait, right? I'm sure it's nerve-wracking. I have quite a few." And pulls out some really wild, like, Fae, little games you can do while waiting in line at a convention, like little short games that are quick and easy, but like Fae versions.
Nice.
This is it, huddle around on the floor of this ancient temple-ish area, playing some games.
Immediately distracted.
Perfect. All right. Oops, adjust the volume of that. Not to be too loud. Here's a little music glow for that. For your scene here. Okay. Well. All right. You step through the door, and it's a bit dark in this next space. The door closes behind you, and it just seals this new room in darkness. Sort of a magical darkness that you're trying to adjust to with your dark vision, but nothing's really settling yet. However, your dark vision begins to pierce this magical veil of darkness, and you find yourself standing in a gloomscape of sorts. Dark clouds roll by in the sky above at speeds many times faster than natural. Light is sparse here. You stand in a ruined courtyard of some long forgotten fortress. Tall stone walls in all directions, stone stairs leading up to different parapets in different areas. Vines, roots, and weeds creep across the ground and up the broken walls. A looming 50-foot statue of a cloaked figure with 4 arms and 2 massive wings sprawled out to each side, with long, narrow swords in 2 of its hands, poised to strike the ground at its feet. It stands nearby in the courtyard, up against the edge of the courtyard. On closer inspection, you find that the cloak of this statue is to actually be a full veil that lowers over its face, concealing its identity. Though you swear you can almost make out the soft glow of red from where the eyes should be. The air is slow and stale here. No movement, no wind, despite the clouds rolling by so quickly in the sky. Footfalls begin to echo through the memory of this courtyard as someone rounds a corner of a wall across the way down a flight of stone steps. They speak from about 100 feet away, but their voice carries easily across this empty space, resounding in your head as though they were standing right in front of you. You see a young, maybe mid-20s, masculine half-elf, dressed like most farmers do, in workwear for a farm. Please, forgive my appearance. I'm a force of nature, given sentience, but no form to call my own. So I borrow those, the ones I've taken. Approaches you.
And by taken, you mean?
Moved on to the next life. Escorted. Or brought to Moonfell. They pace around the courtyard, around side to side a bit. As they cross, over in front of you, maybe like 5 feet in front of you or so, their form shifts to an older woman, late 60s, dressed for market in some provincial town. Cue all the all the singing. All walk beside me at one point or another, but few journey with me. Dakos is one such soul, and you are another. And you pacing a bit.
And why us?
I mean, crack, not an excited smile, but a smile of they were waiting for that question. They were expecting it. And their form quickly shifts once again, now into a priest dressed for service. Human male, late 40s. You see spirits, aye?
Yeah.
In the prime. And you can speak with them, even learn from them, eh?
Yeah.
You've received both the gift and the curse. So saturated with death in your early years. So many lost souls screaming at those still living, unable to be heard. Lost souls forced to walk the prime and wait to be claimed. But the gods and primordials created a massive backlog with the billions of deaths that they caused across the multiverse of the prime in their war. Those still living, couldn't you feel the dead blowing at their skin, raging at the top of their lungs? But you, just a wee bairn, a wee lass at the time, with your innocence and empathy, you soaked it all up. You noticed. That's it. And then you heard. And then you saw. And that's what makes you a phantom, Fiora. No greater purpose. Just the right set of circumstances.
What am I supposed to do with it?
There's really no responsibility with it. You can leave it if you wish. The curse is having it find you, having it happen at such a young age, having no explanation or understanding. The benefits come later in life. Gaining helpful skills. And other things. You've been close to death since birth. Day in and day out. Just as close as you stand to me now. And so, if you'll be traveling with me, and they have a smile, you know, they open up their mouth for the smile, and while the form looks very prim and proper, like the teeth are all like half rotten and everything, you're pretty convinced, you know, that as they've been talking, that this is clearly death talking to you. If you'll be traveling with me, I'd like to teach you a thing or two. Might help you in your understand the ways of the Phantom.
Okay. Please.
Let me teach you how to snare the essence of any soul that you witness leaving the body, and how to bind it to answer a single question of your choosing. Begins to teach you, which is, of course, just part of your class, but I'm pulling that in here. They take some time and show you how to do that and operate soul trinkets by snaring part of a person's soul as it escapes their body, and how it takes the form of a trinket that meant a lot, reflects what was important to that person in life, and how you can use it to bring the soul back to answer a question. They don't have to tell the truth, but they, you know, you can ask them a question, or a couple of other cool things that work with your Phantom class. Some bolstering effects, if you prefer. And sort of runs their hand across their, just under the cloak in the chest, and pulls out a key and what appears to be a small empty locket. You know, two get started with. Gives you 2 soul trinkets.
Thank you.
Hey. They continue. They finish teaching you, and they shift once again into a young, maybe like mid-teen, feminine elven child in tattered street clothes. Sort of a street urchin look to her. Well, our time together draws to a close now, Theodore. Though I'm sure we'll come to know each other better with time, until the day we take our final journey together. I'll be close.
Aren't you always?
She walks kind of around past you, and you turn to look, and she's gone. She's gone. You look back, and the giant statue's gone as well. Darkness starts to fall over this fortress. You hear the door open behind you, back to the room with your friends. Okay, as you enter the room, back in the other room, everyone's, you know, it's been like this tie going around because the sessions are so short with the little game you're playing. So like it's perfectly tie 3 to 3 to 3 to 3 with the four of you. And can I have the three of you roll a d20? I want to see who wins the tiebreaker.
Actually, Ladrin probably wouldn't have participated. She's been pacing at
Oh,
the door,
okay. Okay.
waiting.
Gotcha. So just tune it in Dia for the d20 then, if you don't mind. And we'll include that later in when Fayora comes back.
15.
15 for Dia?
5.
Oh, okay. So Dia, you let out whatever you want. Yeah. Nice. You won the tie break.
Horse.
First thing you hear, Fayora, when you step back in, the first thing you see though is Ladrin nearby, catching attention that you've walked, that she's clearly been keeping an eye on the door here, pacing back and forth.
Nonchalantly, like, hey, are you good?
I think I just met Death.
Lovely, aren't they? I think it says.
Okay. She'll just do like a once over, twice over, like, sure, Fiora's good physically. And then,
Ladrin, are you checking me out?
just in case, just in case, she blushes. So Death, I'm sure they're just like, oh, cool. What did Death want?
They were just teaching me.
About Death?
Yeah. And my place next to it, I suppose. Why I can see ghosts.
Okay.
Basically, the root of it is trauma.
Oh, great. I think we yes. Good with that trauma business. Sure you're okay?
Yeah.
I want some tea.
Maybe once we wake up.
That's right. I just want tea wherever we're at. Okay, that's yep.
Oh, you're a tea lover, are you, Dacus? Things on that for sure.
Yes.
Lovely, I have a wonderful treat for you once you wake then. You won't find it anywhere but down here.
Is it? Well, I'm afraid to ask.
Check your pack when you wake. You will thank me.
Okay, that remains to be seen, but I will thank you if it turns out to be something cool.
It's been quite divine meeting all of you. I understand Lennox's interest in the other party. I'm a little excited to see what you all make of yourselves in the new little world of ours. Yeah, if you ever need to be in touch, just call. I'll hear.
Like your name?
That's it. Dacos. Don't forget.
Bakos. Okay.
Wonderful. I wish you all the best of luck. I think things are just going to be so interesting for you all. Anyway, I'll make sure you're all wonderfully rested when you wake up.
Thank you.
Tobin claps his hands, and boom, you all wake up. And you do feel wonderfully rested. Like you slept on a bed full of feathered down and all the comfiness.
Nice.
Excellent, excellent.
Ooh, can we do DM inspo?
That's an amazing idea. Let's definitely do that. We get the calendar pulled up too. As we made it through that night because you have your Dacos stuff. We have another week and a half of travel to get to Godeye Harbor. The next, so this is the first night of the full moon. So I'm just gonna, as we move on, we'll do some rolls to make sure that we get a natural one. Okay, but DM inspos right now. So Carly, let me know what you get.
Well,
Nice. Okay. Tasha.
I got a 19.
Okay. Nice high roll.
I know. I'm worried now.
Lil.
4.
Okay. And Serena.
14.
Well, and Carly, you got a 12, right?
yes,
Carly
I
and
did.
Serena get it, as I rolled a 13, right? Sandwiched right in the middle.
Ah,
Well done.
Reputation Taylor's version confirmed. Okay.
Holla.
Love it.
And it's a D8 or a D10 now that we leveled
well,
up.
it's got to be a D8 now because you all are level.
Oh, it's been a D8.
Yeah.
Yeah, level
It
10.
is.
I think it's level 12.
Is it a little 12?
That it goes up to a D10. Well, let me double check.
Mhm.
Hard.
Hold on, I'm preparing spells. Oh god.
Oh shit, I need to do that too. All the heal. I think I did that last week.
Bardic inspiration. It is a D10 at 10th level.
Nice.
Nice.
Holla.
And it's D10 all the way up to level 15, at which point it become a D12.
Well,
So D10, nicely done. So it can be used for anything except for a death saving throw. So you can pull it, negate someone else's attack. You can subtract or add from a D spell save DC. Anything. Just to further expand on that. And for those viewers that are subscribers, either on the Patreon or the Twitch here, you have subscriber die, which is 2d8. And that can be used for any of the players or the NPCs. No one's ever given it to the NPCs in 7 years, so it's probably not going to happen. But I'd like to say it just in case anyone's like, ooh, I'd like to see what happens if this NPC gets this.
We'll be putting ideas out there.
Sorry. Nice. All right, for our 3 werewolves. Just for the next, let's roll for night number 2. Wisdom saving throw. As really was just a D20 to make sure you're not getting a natural one. That's all. Feyor, what you got?
Is that a wisdom save?
Yeah.
6.
Okay. It wasn't a natural one though, right?
No, it was a 5.
Okay, nice. Ladrin?
I rolled a 6 for a 15.
Nice.
Jesus.
And 2.
Mhm.
So yeah.
23.
Woo, nice. Okay. We'll just go through 2 more times for the other 2 full moons. In fact, just roll d20s. Yeah, I won't make you do any more math, but just making sure it's not a natural one. And just, I guess, Feyor, let me know if you got, for either of those rolls. You can do them both if you want. If it was natural one or not.
I got a 2 and an 8.
Oh, close. Stop it. Legion?
16 and a 9.
Nice. Okay. And 2.
I got an 18 and a 4.
Yes. Good. Another month? No problem. Never gave inspo to Skylar temperature? Nice. Awesome, bro. Um, yeah, yeah. All right, so we got through all of our Dacos and Death stuff. Let's go back to our peaceful travel music from that dark, eerie music. I'll just share this with our players too, so it's something a little less tense. New day is sprung. So we need some nice, pleasant music to go along with that. Ladrin, in your pack that next morning, you found 3 different little cloth satchels of tea leaves that you've never seen before. And it's up to you if you want to like them or not. They're intended to be magnificent, but very hard to find because they're not necessarily found on the Prime. But I don't want to tell you that you like them, so that's up to you. But they should be really good.
She will try one, probably like it, and save the other 2 for later.
Oh,
way down the road.
Excellent. There's a note in there that if you independently, delicious tea. If you mix any of them in any combination, you can get different effects. There's a little guide to it. It's like some hallucinogenic effects. It's like, if you mix them, yeah. There's one that's like, you'll just have a good time. It's a relaxing herb. And the other one's like, all
so we have a
safe.
plug now.
Yeah, we do, apparently. I would like to save. She's not gonna wait. Is it just like enough for like 1 cup of tea, or is it like 3 like
there's probably
decent sized
10
satchels?
servings of tea in each.
Love that. She'll take 1 serving of one of the teas, save the rest because she will experiment later.
Okay.
And then experiment with the class. Fun.
Nice. Awesome. Alright, well, let me update our things here as we continue on. Another week and a half gets us to Sunday the 7th, December 7th is where we are now. December the 7th. So, that day. It's a Sunday. Excuse me, with a half moon in the sky. My goodness. As you are approaching the outskirts of this, can't really call it a port city. It's got docks. But it doesn't really do much shipping. It's as you pull into sight, you can see a large outer wall blocks much of the outer perimeter of the city, but there are a number of buildings of greater height that seem to stack up high enough to see. There is one building that looks massive even from here, that stands above almost all the rest. Very cathedral-esque in its design with spires and stained glass and architecture. Okay, but you approach one of the side gates to enter. What would you like to do? How would you like to enter the cities? Just 2 main gates, with some guards just checking people as they come in. Cool. Any crap you'd like to do? Any names? Think of your fault names.
Real quick, I do want to say I definitely threw my holy symbol like into the ocean at one point, so like I don't have that anymore.
It's amazing.
Because again, I had a breakup, so I would just chuck that bitch into the water.
I
So
love it.
Clean break. Nothing left of their stuff.
Burn it.
burn it in the shower at 2 o'clock in the morning.
Awesome.
Pharaoh will provide holy outfits. If anyone asks, we're followers of Helm.
Oh, I didn't realize I had to dress up. Okay.
You'll be okay.
Okay.
We need to blend. I need a second to change too, actually. And she's gonna change into a disguise. And it's terrible. It's bad. It's a human male with she does not do that. No, it's wrong in chat. She comes back as a human male with a long ass beard, blonde hair, and a bowl cut.
That's a choice.
Give him a minute to share and
Yeah, I do.
Nice.
You going in the Discord?
You really have to see this to just.
Stop.
Gross.
Okay, yeah, like I mean, you've seen Feora shift into entirely different personas. Wow, like nothing prepared you for this one. Do you say anything as you return in a pro?
Oh.
Jeez.
Oh my god.
Oh, that's a powerful bowl.
Okay.
That is definitely a choice.
On that bowl.
Wow.
I don't know how I feel about this.
Feel like you do what you do to blend in. This...
Yeah?
Yeah. Don't blame me.
Well, it definitely doesn't look like her. She looks dead inside.
The eyes are just like.
I probably would too. Wow.
This is gonna be fun.
It's great. You look.
Get into your matching outfits. Walk behind me.
Gods. Okay.
Are you our leader? Like our what do they call him? Priests?
Brother Feora? Is that you?
What do we call you?
Reverend? I don't.
Gerald.
Just Gerald. No titles.
Ideally, let's not talk.
Okay.
And who's the guy we're supposed to be worshipping?
Helm.
Do we know anything about him since gods don't exist here for the most part?
You go make history checks because it might be out there in the world. But yeah, let's see if
Could
that
I
knowledge
persuade
can
you
Mhm.
into letting me do religion instead?
Yeah, sorry. That's
Okay.
religion or history for sure.
Okay.
Let's
The
see.
lower
if I
DC
know
with religion.
Even
-1 intelligence, so
Nice. All right, Tuna, what'd you get?
history.
18.
Okay, yeah, you've definitely heard of them and are familiar with the basic doctrine. They were a pretty big deity before everything. So, Ladrin, if you were rolling,
I was. I'm even proficient in history.
Yeah.
Jeez, I rolled it's a 7.
oh,
So I know nothing.
Yeah, sorry. Yeah,
That's fine. It's fine. She's not interested in higher powers.
Nice. And Dia?
I rolled history and got a 20.
Oh yeah, okay. Then with history, you would still recognize them as they were a pretty big deity, greater deity before all the sundering.
Okay. Seems odd to Oh wait, their whole thing is like if they worship enough, they'll come back. Am I correct in that assumption?
Sure. If you kill enough, if you worship enough, if you A, B, or C. It varies on the group.
Seems
Fanatical?
counterintuitive considering we have multiple scholars that are just like, no, 100 years ago, our world crashed into things and there is literally no way for that to reopen unless you want to cause a cataclysmic event.
I don't know if they care about that part.
Okay.
I believe their gods will protect them.
Exactly.
Oh, so would they be prime targets for, say, a group of fanatic cultists who are trying to bring about a new age of gods, and they say they promise, hey, we'll bring back your god, and we won't kill you like everyone else. So.
Mhm.
Yeah. Sounds about right to me.
This is why I worship nature. It's way too complicated.
Yeah.
It's
We
fair.
just need to get through the gate. And then we'll meet my contact inside.
You seem like you really don't want to be here. Is there a story behind Gregory? Greg?
Gerald.
Gerald?
Gerald? I was wrong both times.
I don't like this place because it's full of people who don't remember what the world was like when the gods were in it.
What was the world like?
It was war. My parents died as a result of it. A lot of people died as a result of it. And we were just caught in the crossfire. There's a reason why they were separated and the world hit a hard reset. Because you just couldn't save what was left behind. So to have to be surrounded by people that commit atrocities in the name of bringing them back, I just don't understand what they're doing. And I find them sickening.
All said with fish eyes. Dead. This guy is just.
Okay. How do
I'll
they
just keep
feel
my head
about?
low.
Yeah, how do they feel about magic being done at a given point?
You just say you're touched by the gods. Related in any way to the deities and their powers, and they'll be lapping it up like idiots.
So I should store my broom that has magical blue flames just kind of trailing off the ends and probably not have Gregory out?
I'd like not to attract their attention. The less that I have to interact with them, the more likely we're able to get out of this without bloodshed.
Okay. Adrian will put her broom in the bag of holding. Pat Gregory on his little head. See you later.
Sadly squeaks into non-existence.
Oh my god. Baby.
Okay, ready to approach, or does anyone have anything else they'd like to do in prep?
I'm good.
Okay. You all make your way up to the gate, and there's a short line. There are people that travel through here. You know, the land is so new still and underdeveloped. It's just a lot of these cities that kind of dot the ports, dot the coast. This is not necessarily a heavily populated continent with people that got dumped on it. So many more people came from other continents to find the people that were dumped here in the Sundering. So there's a lot of these leftover port cities that just are in disuse. But here the wall, everything defense wise looks pristine, kept very well. There's about 8 guards around this gate, 2 that are interviewing people, 4 up on the little parapets there with, bows on their backs, and a couple others just inside the gate, ready in case any down. Approach the guards, and there is half-elf gentleman in everyone's wearing relatively heavy armor, plate, half plate, and the like. There are a number of it almost looks like they're sponsored, right, by different deities, because they've got like this overall symbol that let me see what that would look like. They have their like little deity patches, effectively. And I just want an image, thanks. Alright, I will have to get it to you after because it's not pulling up the site and I don't really remember. But there's a unified symbol that they all have as well. Halt, please. Present your identifications. A elf gentleman guard says as he approaches. And you all have like IDs from this world, so yeah. All right. Now, is anyone presenting a false identification? Right, Fagor, of course. Everyone else presenting their genuine ones?
I don't think I have a fake one, so.
Yeah.
Nice.
I also don't have a fake one, so.
They take all 4, and let's see, Fear, we've already done your whole forgery thing, so we know what that stands up to. Okay. Good to see you, brother. No, just kidding. Good to see you. Good to see you, brother of Helm. They have the little glove on the gauntlet on their chest. They pass you yours back, Gerald. Ladrin, they're looking at yours. Are you passing it back to you, Ladrin? They ask. Have you found your way to Helm then? From the woods. And they say it with a little distaste in their mouth.
In the Dragon Link. Be calm. Yes, you found Helm.
Wonderful. The gods can find followers and devout anywhere. And then he looks over Tunas. Let's see, right? No holy symbol, so they just kind of see you as a fighter. Good stock. Yes, well, I'm glad you found your way to Helm and returns you. Well, interesting. Looking at Diaz. Any relation to the Halcyons in Belmont?
Distant.
Does Mr. call you, or Helm passes it back to you?
Helm, of course.
What is your business here? Study?
Study and worship. Our great god Helm, of course.
Wonderful. Find the good season for new supplicants. Looks over, like, again, sort of at Ladrin. To learn. There are some wise prophets in town currently teaching in the evenings. Very well. Might I suggest, if you're looking for a place to stay, there are a number of inns. The Beggar's Plea in the northern portion of town, close to the docks. Or if you wish to find a place closer to the Crucible, then I might suggest the Shepherd's Watch.
Excellent suggestions, my brother. I thank you.
If your all relations are distant, if your coin purses are just as laden, looks to Dia, you can find rest. You can find good food and drink at Divinity's Return, a tavern in the eastern portion of. But be sure you have the purse if you wish to partake there. Open the gates. Turns back and there's a little wooden lattice gate that they lift for you and allow you to enter the city. You step inside. Gosh, this city. So the city itself, it's vastly built out. Just in the first few minutes in here, you can tell it's vastly built out in very evenly spaced blocks, very linear in its structure. Blocks of buildings, boom, 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 boom. There are church buildings, numerous church buildings. Every block has at least a couple of churches mixed in with residential. There's an area off on the western side of town. Actually, I'll wait and see like how much you explore and stuff. But that's what you see as you walk in. Another really, really interesting thing, I mean, quote unquote interesting, is that, all throughout the cities, often on city block corners, sometimes almost in the center of intersections, are these not only large statues to deities, like 20, 25 feet tall statues to deities, but all throughout town, in the street, like in the middle of where you'd walk, stone statue of a person in prayer, kneeling down in prayer. You are going to walk into a building and there's another person offering some other, prayer or otherwise. It's just stone statues of different worshippers caught in a moment in time that is just all around town.
I would like to lean into the group and go, so those aren't real statues, right? Like, those are people that got petrified.
What?
I don't know this, but like, they are, right?
I wouldn't be surprised.
It's gotta be right. It's weird.
I'm gonna subtle spell detect magic.
Okay. Yeah. Let's see. Let me consult something quickly.
Transformation spells are tricky because sometimes they just are that thing, so they don't spell like magic. And I've used a sorcery point.
Yeah, it's so sneaky. I love it. I'm glad. Cool that you threw that under the radar there. All right, let's just do this. Okay, no, I guess that makes sense, right? Because it, no pinging of magic.
Okay.
I mean, I took 5
They
minutes
don't
to look something up too, but as far as you can tell, there's no magic.
Just sniffing the air a little bit. They don't smell magical, but that doesn't mean they weren't I don't know. I'm highly suspicious of everything going on right now.
Did you say smell?
Did we? Oh, I didn't tell you. I can smell magic and magical properties. It's a thing.
Okay.
I never knew it was a smell thing. I knew you could detect it, but
Does different magic smell different?
Sometimes.
Like, Does Ladron smell like dirt?
A compliment.
And it depends on what Ladron's doing. Sometimes they smell like smoke. Sometimes they smell spicy. That's usually what I associate though with powerful bursts of elemental magic is what I associate with the spice.
That's the kindest thing you've ever said to me. Thank you.
Oh my god, is it? That's awful. You're wonderful, Latrin. I should say more nice things to you.
No one's okay. Let me no one's complimented my magic like that before. Like, yeah, yep.
I love it. Well, you've made your way down, 4 or 5 blocks, and it's a small city, but it is dense, and the buildings are tall stone buildings. Think sort of Gotham has that kind of that Gothic architecture to it. It's crowded, and the streets are full, and there's not a lot of vibrant colors in the city. But you made a few blocks in. Where would you like to head in this city? Whether it's something you're not sure where it is and you want to ask about it, or if it's something already mentioned, you're like, let's go here.
I think
yes.
first I'd like to touch base with the contact in the city, just to get some updated information from them.
All right. It's Kiri?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, you've got your own process, little, lamppost that has a little wing nut that spins, and you put a little note in behind it, whatever cool Thieves Guild thing you've got for this. We'll say you put it in play, so you're waiting to be contacted.
Okay.
I
guess in the meantime, we could look for whichever inn they were telling us about that's closest to. I don't know. All the names are escaping.
There's
the second
Divinity's
near the Crucible.
Return.
The Shepherd's Watch is the one that's close to the Crucible. The Beggar's Please over by the port. And then there's a tavern, strictly a tavern, not an inn, Divinity's Return, that is like ching, 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 but really good food and drink. It was mentioned for Dia.
So, what exactly is the Crucible? Gerald?
Just to check, Dan, as a player,
Yes.
that's where they're keeping.
You're not sure where they're keeping things, but you're familiar with the Crucible. The Crucible is a massive building extending several blocks. It's one building that takes up about 9 or 10 different city blocks itself. So you've got 30 some buildings in one. That's that giant cathedral you saw from the outside. It acts as the headquarters for the conglomerate that is the leadership of the cities and the continent's churches devoted to the previous deities.
It's a disgusting display of their worship.
Definitely thought it would be like a Fight Club thing, so
I'm sure there's fights. I say we get a room while we wait. Is anyone hungry?
Yes.
yeah,
Constantly.
always eat.
Then we'll get some food while we wait for my contact to respond.
Make your way over towards Crucible, and you can you really get the impact of the size of this building. Here's, I mean, the opulence, the wealth that they've poured into this building too, that they've gotten from followers and otherwise. Um, it's a good 2 city blocks, 3 city blocks, about 3 city blocks wide and 4 deep, so 12 city blocks in total. So massive. The density of the structure, how it stands, it's however many stadiums put together. Um, but it's clearly the most popular spot in the city too, as even the guard was like, if you want to get close to there, because a lot of people do that are arriving here. The Shepherd's Watch is one of the inns and taverns that is currently accepting, that has vacancies. It's a pretty nice inn and tavern. I would put it in the wealthy status.
Shit.
You find someone to service you at the front desk. Gorgeous inside. The architecture within is very different than the city. Very vibrant, light. A lot of wood, stained, light stained wood in the desks and floors, and just the energy and color in the space. Plants and other things like that adorn the walls, and some really nice paintings and vases and other things up and down the hallways. There's a gentleman, maybe in his early 200s or so, dwarven gentleman, bald head, cyan eyes, and some rough, like sun-worked white skin. Oh, hello. Welcome to the Shepherd's Watch. Can I get you a room or rooms?
Do you have one big suite? Like
Aye.
multiple, like common room, multiple rooms attached to it?
Aye, a few. Aye. Depends on which. We'll have some that have bars within. That's up on the top floor. Below that, we have bathing areas per the floor that's shared with the floor.
That's within, please.
Oh,
Yes.
all right. Very well. You're looking at 2 gold per person. If we're looking for 4 bedrooms connected in a common room, it'd be 8 gold per night for the lot of you.
Mm-hmm.
No, look, it's wealthy. It's a little more expensive than the usual.
Okay. How long do we want to stay?
In the chat.
Mhm.
I don't even want to be here to begin with.
Same.
Let's put it
Salted earlier.
fair. Let's put a down payment down for a week though, because we do have to in the dragon chat, because we do have to plan a heist to steal an incredible just to steal a gemstone from them. So, let's see.
Yeah, that's a good call.
Calculator, because I don't know math.
You want to just take it out of the group funds?
Yes.
Well,
54?
54?
56. You're right.
Aye, for the week, can do. Here's you each get a key and sets down 4 keys. Breakfast, lunch, and dinner are on us. And if you're looking for any entertainment or anything about the city, just stop by this desk and ask, and we'll be glad to get you the information you're looking for.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of entertainment.
Well, there's a number of. It starts covering, like, I'm not going to say boring, right? But everything's religious. There's plays of, like, from different Bibles and texts from different histories of these deities.
No.
There's everything entertainment-wise, sort of on the surface here in the cities, circles around that, because you know how it actually gets. Yeah.
We're at church camp right now.
Yes. Where's the praise and worship team? Ugh.
Oh my god. We're gonna have to start
Oh,
playing
man.
signs soon.
I don't feel safe here.
Nice.
I want to go home.
And then we have a singing
Alright, now just
circle
remember-
here in the cafeteria every night at 8. Sorry.
Remember, no purpling. No purpling.
All right, and if there's anything that you don't find to your satisfaction, let us know. On any additional needs, and we'll take care of you. Enjoy your stay. Slides the key service, kind of goes back to work, so he's not in your business.
Mm-hmm.
But there's a tavern attached for food, and you've got it free with the bedrooms if you want to eat here.
Ah, nice. Absolutely gonna. We want to. Is there anything to discuss for all of us, or are we just waiting for your contact? Should we explore the city?
After we eat, we should definitely check out the area.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
I'll pay for the meal.
Mm-hmm.
Oh wait, it's free.
It's on us, yeah. And it's,
Never mind.
You can still say that. You can be like, "This one's on me." Everyone, yeah.
Nice.
Well, you all sit down to. I mean, it's a wealthy level establishment, so the food is. It's not so eccentric that it's fine dining where you're not getting portions, but the food's really tasty. It's really tasty food, and the portions are moderate instead of sparse. So, yeah, y'all get whatever food, really whatever you want. It's a pretty extensive, menu here that they can make and prepare on demand for you. So, no matter what your dietary habits, you can find a couple things pretty tasty. There's definite drink here. There's a lot of celebration with drink in this city.
Oh.
Mead, and yeah, they don't have a lot of hard
Interesting.
liquor, but there's a lot of the mead and things like whiskey. There's wine, but it's like consecrated, but it's wine, you know.
Ilmater drank wine. We can too. It's fine.
That's fine.
Exactly. Nice. All right, you fill your tum-tums up, and yeah, are you looking to head into the city? I think you said.
Yes, I think the goal is to scope out the building that holds the gemstone.
Yeah. I mean, you all are like, that's a pretty secure building. It's probably in there, but you don't have any info yet that confirms it's in there. Just as a scene setting thing, like a DM setting thing. But the crucible's right nearby. So you all take to the streets and begin scouting out the crucible, it sounds like. Go ahead and make investigation checks if you would, please.
Did you say investigation?
Yes, and we'll start with Tuna.
It's a 15.
Okay, nice. Ladrin?
15.
Yay!
Please.
Fiora?
It's whatever an 18 plus 9 is. My brain's too
That's
burnt.
27. Wow,
27.
that's really nice.
Thank you.
And Dia?
A 7.
Okay. All right. Dia, I mean, it's such a different structure than in any of the cities you've been to that, like it was designed ahead of time to be this big grid. And it's a little depressing probably for your tastes. And you're just sort of caught up in that, like watching the people, all the stone statues of people that, they're walking around, and just all this, getting the grasp of the city, the prayer and pray in the street, everything. You're a little distracted soaking all that up.
There's just no personality here. I feel like everything's subdued. Where's the culture?
Excellent. Let's see. Tina and Ladrin, as you're checking out the crucible, it's a lot of walking, of course, to make it around, to do a lap. There's a ton of windows. There are a lot in the upper few floors. Topmost floors are all stained glass windows, but there are windows, of course, that open and breathe, allow movement of wind in this how they ventilate this entire building when it's this wide. You're unsure what they do in the core. Must be magical somehow. Um, you don't see, as with those roles, there's a presence of those guards. Like so many of these people are in this half plate and plate and otherwise worshiping. And there's so many clerics, basically. There's so many clerics. There's so many paladins. That's the big two, like, classes that are here. Um, but you recognize, positions for guards. Like, these people are definitely guarding the store. They're guarding that. There isn't a ton of security on the outside, but there's a presence. You imagine the building itself is kind of security in that it's depth of getting inside far and then having so far to leave. If they were to house anything in the center of this, that would be a pretty good place to hide things. And Feora, you kind of perceive that, but to a higher degree. You count like how many guards there are. It is minimal out here. You're able to pick out a number of windows that you could probably avoid detection and slip in, if you were looking to that really high roll. You've got a good layout of like at least how you would get into this building. It's open to the public, certain parts of it, so you would also, all notice that there's a main stairway. It is open to the public. Figure you have your contact bump into you accidentally. Oh, I'm terribly sorry. Are you? Oh, you worship Helm as well. Hi, I'm just a local supplicant. You recognize, of course, your contact just playing this role. Please let me make this up to you. I know a place right around the corner. I can. It's uh, basically a food stall. Let me get you something real quick, a snack, and make it up to you, or a little drink. They have some coffee there. Is that okay?
Absolutely.
Oh, good. I am so sorry. Um, and do you all want to head over together, or do you want to split off separately?
I'll look back at everyone and kind of nod, like follow and go with them. In the dragon chat as we're watching, just a warning. Kiri is different. Just try to hold judgment.
Ominous.
I know. Different good, different bad, just different. Okay.
You follow without a further reply. You follow over to this little cafe stand, and there's like nobody here. There's obviously Joseph is no one. The coffee's terrible. Uh, she gets you a cup, all of you, some coffee to make them. Then it's disgusting. It's why no one goes here, but it's quiet. And there's under an awning. You're out of the sun. And the jovial nature just sort of drops. I received your notice. What do you need of me?
We're trying to locate I forgot the name.
Kiri, oh wait, who are you talking about?
Fate Diamond.
Oh, the Fate
The
Diamond.
Fate Diamond.
Mm-hmm.
I had to look at my notes.
Nice. Hey, notes. You're asking her to help with that, with the location, you say?
Yeah.
Ah. Well, there have been rumors of something pretty powerful, magical here. I mean, there's a number of things. They keep it all locked up in the crucible, of course. Are you looking to acquire it?
Yes.
No. There are certain times of the week and day that would be better than others. I work 2 shifts there this week. Tomorrow, then I work elsewhere, and then the day after I go back, I could get some further intel on who will be working, where they'll be working, and movements if you need.
I do.
I've managed to accrue a considerable allotment of poisons and explosives my time here. If you need a distraction, I can take down a city block or perhaps poison a well, something to draw the attention of the guards away.
No, that won't be necessary.
All right.
I'm hoping to keep this under the radar as long as possible until we've left.
Well,
Not to say that you should do that after I've left either.
uh, of course. Well, I'll be at the ready, and as well as supplies. Whatever you need, ask it of me.
Thank you.
Perhaps you'd consider a hostage situation. I could take one of the higher ranking officials I have access to, mail in a finger, and just draw their attention.
I'm really hoping for more of a sneak in without anyone noticing, and then they notice that it's gone after we've left situation.
I see. Okay. I'll get patrols and shifts, and I've explored. I can give you a map of what I understand of the Crucible so far. I've not yet been able to map the whole thing, so I don't have access to a good deal of it. But I can, in my next 2 shifts, see what I can manage. Sometimes
I'll take that. I'll copy it
all right.
to the book.
There's a couple high ranking. We're short staffed. If I remove supervisor or two, they'll need someone to take over, and they'll have higher access.
Do you think they would choose you?
Oh, they love me. They depart, as I always do in life, very well. I'm very good at mimicking. You know this.
I do. I don't know. What do you guys think?
Adrian's still thinking about the hostage situation and like how we went from 0 to hostage so fast. She
I
doesn't
think
know.
no to the explosions for sure.
Right. Just taking
Oh.
out some of the supervisors,
I mean, yeah.
someone with better access. And
Plus,
she's
we
been
have
here a
a-
while.
Yeah.
Mm.
And we're newcomers and we're trying to learn more about Helm, so why would we,
Mhm.
you know,
There
why
wouldn't
would
be
it
any
be weird if
suspicion
we
on us.
Hmm?
They'd be promoting her. We'd find her to meet, get the information.
Oh, right. I'm just saying that if we
Mhm.
wanted a tour or something,
Right.
I don't think it would be that weird.
Mm-mm.
I could easily get you access to half the depth of the building with a tour. And then, if any other obstacles find themselves in our way, we can remove them and probably gain a little further access to the starting point for you all without suspicion.
feel like that's as best as we're going to get when trying to
Mhm.
break into a religious place. So
Well, you know the rules, of course. Don't get caught.
Yes. As always, I will follow your will.
All right. I suppose I should let you back to work then.
Of course.
Thank you.
Anytime. Please. If ever I can try and make this up in any further way, let me know. And I will do so. And may hell be with you.
And
It's
also with
I'll
you.
be
And
with
also-
you.
a pleasure meeting you all. A delight.
uh,
Please take care. And she heads off into the city. uh, nice. So yeah, you're all left in a little bit, and with really terrible tasting coffee in hand, and the other thing that makes this place a super bad, like a place where no one wants to meet are the outhouses right next to it. And so with that, we'll take our bio break.
Wow.
For anyone who doesn't know, we take about a 10-minute bio break and recharge. And then we'll come back to questions about Kiri. Not just kidding. All right, catch you all in about 10. Our audio will be hot, so chat with us if you want. We'll answer questions, and we'll catch you in 10. Boop. Button hit. Yeah. Yes.
Need y'all to know that
Mhm.
they made us do a prayer circle for Steel Magnolias, and everyone was like, "Oh, Lord be with you," and everyone else in the circle goes, "And also with you." And I stand there feeling like John Mulaney in that one special he did. Like, what is this?
Hilarious. Yes.
I was raised Southern Baptist and now I'm pagan. I don't know that shit. That's not for me.
And with
No,
you,
that's a
the
that's a
chant.
Catholic
Yeah.
thing.
Mhm.
That's how I was raised, and
mhm.
Wild.
it's like when Star Wars came out and it started saying "May the Force be with you." My whole family, when we were first watching it, were like, "And also with you," and I'm like, "Ugh,
And
stop
in
it."
more hate.
Oh,
All
just-
for the pagan
Ooh.
stuff. Ooh,
well,
ooh, ooh. I forgot to tell y'all. Guess who's going down to Dallas for Comic Con to meet Neil Newbon?
ooh, congratulations. That's
I love it. So excited. And David Tennant. Hope because he'll be there too. So I'm hoping
ooh.
my priority is Neil.
Yes.
Is that man. Yeah. Fuck yeah. I'm doing everything. I'm doing whatever is happening. That's what's happening.
Understood.
Yes. Fine. The joke is right now to see if he needs to sign my mouse pad that has the boobs on
The
it.
huge booba.
The boobasterian.
Hilarious. Obvious.
I mean, I don't know how he would feel about that.
I can only
But-
speak from past like TikToks and seeing him. I think he might like it, but I don't know him in person, so I don't even know. But he seems to really like a lot of the fan art that people come with.
Good. So we'll see. But yeah, no, I'm now I'm just waiting for June. So check on my puppy.
Nice. Fox. What? There is a little. Oh, I should have one. It's not a ton, right? But there's a lot of don't say. Ready? Almost like you. So sorry.
So I went to my first gay bar this weekend.
Yay!
It was great. I went to a Chapel Roan concert, and the gay bar had a pre-party, and it was very chill, but it was great. It was exciting.
Love that for you.
Oh, I'm gonna have to. My camera's blurry. Oh no. But I don't want to. Okay, we're gonna do it this way because it's not actually gonna do anything. But it also won't mess up. There we go.
Hey.
That way it wouldn't mess up the order.
Oh, that's so thoughtful. Get one?
It was great. I went to a Chapel Roan concert. and she had local drag queens open for her, and one of them
Yes.
did a very niche Alabama like little routine thing. I don't know what to
Ooh.
call it because it was truly like a little skit. It was great.
I love that.
For context, we have a guy who has a commercial and he just goes, "Call me Alabama," and he has a like a contract with the billboard companies. I don't know if this is true or not, but I've always heard that he has a contract with the billboard companies that unused billboards just have his billboard instead of like whatever.
Interesting.
So there'll be like
Damn.
4 in one spot. And his name is Alexander Shannara. It's a whole thing. This queen came out with a billboard on her face where her face was his and did "Call Me" by Blondie, and it was so good.
Yes.
It was such a niche like
Mm.
reference, but we all just lost our shit.
That
I
is
used to share that joy
amazing.
with y'all. Sorry.
Thank
Love
you.
the joy.
Thank you.
Thanks.
That's so cool. Always such an experience. Get out to a nice gay bar, enjoy a drag show, and especially when you've got like folks really creative like that are like how's the scene in your area? Is it a little expansive or tough to find?
So it's the biggest city, well, where we went was the
Mhm.
biggest city in Alabama. It's Birmingham, tons of people.
Mm-hmm.
I knew 4 people there, and Ethan knew about the same amount, and they were
Okay.
different people. So,
that
and I
many.
live 2
Okay.
hours away, if that tells you anything.
It does, yeah.
So,
Yeah. Yeah, it was like that here that there's a wonderful place close now, like 15 minutes the next town over, Hideaway Cafe. And the 2 owners are a married couple, and they're both they're such incredible people, incredible women. And they have a lot of fun and drag shows and different game nights. They do like the trivia and cosplay nights
Not
and stuff like that. They really, and the food and drinks and
cosplay.
oh gosh. Yeah, they had a bunch back when like Game of Thrones was still going. They had a bunch of, sometimes they'll mix it with the trivia night, and then there's like a best cosplay contest and stuff. But otherwise, it's like an
Nice.
hour and a half, and to find a place that
yeah,
okay.
the town I went to college in has a coffee shop that's owned by
Hmm.
a drag queen, and so
Hmm.
when they have like drag shows, they have them just at the coffee shop, and
Love
she's
it.
also like the
Aw.
organizer of the Pride organization there and all that kind of stuff. So it's
Nice.
super chill. So I
Yes.
know like every by proxy because
Mhm.
my best friend knows every gay person in Auburn, so I know every gay person in Auburn, and it's great.
That's awesome.
There's not many to know, but there's more than there used to be.
Yay.
Love that.
Amazing. Oops.
Speaking of cosplay, I'm trying to finish this up before we got Comic-Con in April and Comic-Con in June.
Damn, get on it now. How's it going?
I'm trying.
I know,
Well-
it's so much. You've got so much going on, yeah.
Oh, it all disappeared, but
Mm.
like
Mhm.
I got a good chunk of it
Oh.
done.
Okay,
I just need to make Gregory and finish this,
nice.
and I should be good.
Let me bring this back here too, so people can see the wonder that the
My shawl.
snood, the shawl, yeah. Mm-hmm.
This is the shawl that I've been trying to work on forever, and now I'm in a rush to finish it.
A sneed.
This is so great.
A sneed?
It's on
Sneed.
TikTok.
Sneedery.
The music in the Lorax went too hard for no reason, and I'm very happy about it.
Look, I saw a Onceler cosplayer in the year of our Lord 2022
Oh my God.
at one point, so that was a wild time for me. Same year I saw Jenna Marbles cosplayers. It was very wild time.
Jenna Marbles.
Oh, my
Wow.
God.
That takes me back. Oh my God. Just saw the Discord.
Yeah, that
That's
was the
so
same performance from a
fantastic.
couple months ago, but incredible. Show
Keep it
stopping.
real. It can't hurt you.
Quadruple Shannara.
It's awesome. All right. Let's see. Yes, we've scoped out the Crucible. We've met Kiri as well, which is interesting.
Now, I do have a question. Is Kiri another Feora persona, or is this a person?
It was indeed a person sitting
Okay,
across from Feora.
got it.
Nice. All right. Well, with that information shared, Kiri's gonna get back to you in 3 days' time. She works a shift. I guess that would be 4 days' time. Tomorrow, off, and then she works another one the day after. We're just gonna get personnel, patrols, and everything else, and get a little more details. Hopefully, a little more of that map. Gonna make some of the what do you call them? People. Why can I not think of that word right now? Jeez, supervisors, ill, or just disappear. To gain more access and hopefully get an even more detailed map sort of for you, an idea of where this exactly the Fate Diamond may be stored. But now that you've explored that, do you where would you like to head next in the city, or let me know if you want to do just a general look around, or if you have anything in particular, like let's go check this or that out.
I think a general look around's good.
Okay. All right, well, you were over in the eastern portion of the city of God Eye Harbor. Um, Currently at the Crucible, that gigantic building, the headquarters for all of the um, organized religion that still worships the deities that disappeared 100 years ago. Um, as you navigate sort of around the city in a counterclockwise fashion, you wind your way up north to the docks, and they're honestly fairly dilapidated. There's probably 20 docks here. Maybe 3 of them are serviceable. Doesn't They don't get a lot of trade. They sometimes get folks coming up the coast, up the eastern coast, instead of traveling by land. So they keep a few in working order. But this is not where their money goes. Surprise! It goes to themselves and their buildings and their possessions. Not to make it a huge commentary, but like we kind of know that's where it's going. Um, Yeah, there's you'll come across there aren't a lot of dock workers otherwise. There is a dock master down there. Early 40s, masculine human. If you as a mental note, unless anyone wanted to talk to him, but otherwise, there's a human gentleman down there that seems to be a dock master of, virtually nothing. Um, Again, more statues throughout the city of different deities that, again, all there are, probably up into the hundreds, somewhere between 100 and 200 different deities here from these pantheons prior, because it's from all these different primes across, the multiverse that got smushed into this one prime. So it's all different deities, and again, you find in supplication or prayer these humanoid statues just in the street, sitting on a bench in a store, just a stone statue of a person, humanoid, um, in prayer or supplication. Where are we after that? As you continue rounding the city and head west, you get a little closer to the market area. May I ask everyone make a perception check for me as you're kind of navigating the this area? And Dia this time, let me know. Go backwards.
6.
Woo! This city's so gloomy, you cannot get over it. You're like, why are we in
just like
Gotham?
a mural somewhere, or even just a potted plant. Just anything. I'm dying here.
Potted plant. Nice. Figure.
14.
Okay. I'll put a pin in that. Ladrin?
27.
Oh, damn. Okay. Put 3 pins
Very
in that.
perceptive
No,
right
just
now.
kidding. Nice. And Tuna?
23.
Hey.
Yeah. So for your Ladrin and Tuna, you're taking in the market area a lot of holy water and other religious goods, holy symbols, and otherwise. And they, yeah, that are said to be, I mean, these are the people that are going to make them, well, the rest of the world serves the primordials that are left in place of the deities here in your world. They are stuck in the past, but this is the only place to come to get the authentic deal made by worshippers of these previous deities. Also adventuring gear and other stuff that you might find. But that's the biggest thing. You do notice, though, this only Ladrin would notice this now that I think about it, because Ladrin's the only one that's seen this. Num 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 num. Just kidding. I wanted to draw the suspense by taking a big bite of my popsicle.
No.
I was
Um,
reading my spells to see my shopping list, and I just hear num num num, and I'm like, what the fuck is happening?
Yeah, really was my
What did I
ADHD
miss?
that was like, oh, my
Fuck.
popsicle. No.
How long have I been tuned out? Like,
That's
I thought I was
awesome.
just reading a spell.
I love that so much. So there's a number of buildings, storefront buildings, as well as in this open square itself, stalls that are selling things. But there's some of these storefronts are really big. Others are more commercial buildings that are related to, not market side type buildings, maybe real estate or otherwise. But one of them, particularly kind of ostentatious building, let's see, has a symbol above it. Let's see, where are we? It's a relatively large building in this city square here. There's a symbol above the doorway, a symbol that you've seen before, Ladrin, on a bunch of weaponry in North Belmont that you scried in the sewers beneath North Belmont, the Monster Hunter's stash.
Well, fuck.
Big, shiny symbol, gaudy symbol over the doorway of whatever this. Maybe it's who they bought the weapons from. Maybe it's the monster, quote unquote, monster hunters themselves.
Well, I will, in the dragon chat, be like, or draw attention to that building. Be like, those motherfuckers are over here and we need to steer clear. Mainly Tuna and Feora and I, but like, we want to include you too, Dia. Even though you're not a werewolf, but still.
Okay.
Figura says in her bowl cut disguise with the big bushy beard.
So gross.
So
Then
don't
the
touch
dead
any
eyes.
newspapers. Don't
Mhm.
take any flyers. We lay low.
Don't
We're
touch
No eye
anything.
contact.
Just hold your hands.
right.
Hold your hand.
We're all in deep prayer as we walk through the city.
Perfect. Fit right
How
in.
devoted we are.
Do we do this? Do we do this? Do we do I don't,
Right. Okay. Well, if we're in
Set
the
fire to it.
maybe on the way out.
No, ideally we don't get caught.
Right. That's why
wanna
we
get
do it on the way
caught.
out.
Yeah.
No, but
You can't get caught if you're on the way out.
let's not set fires, please.
I think I have a spell that can turn us into
Fire.
clouds.
Oh.
That'd be
Oh.
really cool, actually, if I could just turn. Oh, I'm not a moon druid. Never mind. I can't be elementals, but that'd be
Wow.
badass.
Okay. While we're here in the city in a marketplace, though, Ladrin, do you have any? Do you have a shopping list of any sort of components you might need? Because I have one that I would like, but it's a bit expensive.
Oh. How expensive are we talking?
Well, okay. Okay, so here's the thing.
Yeah.
I could, assuming that, I rebound and find another replacement. Not for you. Not for you. Look at Dia. It's like,
Peeled to the
I
bone for a second.
I could summon a celestial spirit for 500 gold, or reliquary worth 500 gold.
What's a reliquary?
I don't know.
Okay, word.
I think it's like a
For
little
someone from the
box,
woods.
basically.
Okay.
And from what I remember, it's like a little box. Yeah, so basically I can summon a celestial avenger that will beat the shit out of people, or a celestial defender who will defend the shit out of us. I mean, it's a little scary, but it's not actually thinking about it, about what I've learned, maybe it's not worth 500 gold yet. Never mind. It's
Why
only
don't you just talk yourself out of it while trying to talk Ladrin into it?
because
put
I
it in their
saw that
cart
this
for the
bitch
night?
only has 40 hit points and 11 AC.
Oh my
Oh,
god.
Ew.
man.
Can we
Well,
give them
plus the level
armor?
of sorry, 16 AC. Still not
Okay.
good.
No.
40 hit points and 16 AC for a 5th level spell that costs
A
500
lot.
gold is not good.
Ew.
Someone took the time to read the reviews.
Yeah, I did. I went
Other
on Yelp.
clerics.
This feels like inflation.
There's like
at its
1 star.
finest.
Was it worth it?
I looked up
I want a
Summon
refund.
Celestial Reddit.
Nice.
Listen, I've been worshiping my god for 10 years.
Amazing.
Okay, you know
I
what?
mean,
Maybe don't
could you
listen to me.
sum of it like hypothetically speaking,
Mhm,
if I were to entertain this idea,
mhm.
is it like how long it lasts until it dies, or
It's an hour, or until
Okay.
I stop concentrating on it. It's kind of terrible.
that is awful? Is
That's
there
really
any way we
bad,
can do
actually.
that inside this armory of motherfucking monster hunters,
Oh.
whatever?
Actually, I have something for that, but it includes
Oh.
nothing that costs money. So,
I love it.
yeah, it's insect plague. We can just
Ooh.
power of Ra and all that,
They'll eat it up, yeah.
You know what?
Definitely a different song, but
I think, do I have that as well? I don't know. if
Double
I
the
do.
insect plague, dare we dream?
Dare we dream? It's the way that I defeated the House of Grief.
Yes, a fucking man. I do also have insect plague.
Yeah, so
Oh.
okay, let me make sure I don't actually have a shopping list then, because after thinking about it, maybe a diamond worth 500 gold, and I can raise the dead. So if we miss a revivify,
Right, one of
can
us needs to
just-
hold the coin. Should
Yeah.
it be me?
I say
All right,
Dia
the
holds
coin.
the coin.
Mhm.
yeah,
We
I'd agree with that.
have
Wow, that's it.
how many
Thank you.
diamonds left? We have diamonds. We have plenty of diamonds.
It has to be worth 500 for this
Mhm.
one. But I mean, as long as we find one within 10 days, then we don't need to worry about it.
Hmm.
Did
Oh.
you just drag a corpse for 10 days?
Yeah.
or-
Just stuff it in the bag of holding.
Bag of holding.
Yeah.
Wow,
I mean,
it is really something once you get to a certain level of power due to the course of actions that your life takes you that you can become very callous about death.
Yeah.
Fascinating.
You just fold them into the bag of holding, and yeah.
That is
Roll 'em
so
up.
gross.
Don't they start to rot? Is that going to be okay? Can you bring someone
don't-
back with?
There's no air in the bag of holding.
yeah.
Okay.
So it's just
Refrigerated.
like it just kind of like suspends them. It's like 5 minutes
I
have
hope you
passed,
try this.
really.
Yeah.
Have you
Let's find
have
out.
you tested this?
Are we sure that
mean-
they're suspended? Because I'm pretty sure the skeleton head like reformed in there. So I
You know,
don't
Yeah, and
know
whose
that
fault
it's
was that?
necessarily- Well, not mine.
And there was that thing that ate Gil. Like they were able to eat him.
that is true. That is very
Mm.
true.
He's terrified of all bags now.
Yeah.
Or
Well,
Gil.
just to add, we do have 5 diamonds left that are 300 gold apiece. So that's like a lot. And 200 gold pieces worth of crushed diamonds.
Hmm.
I have
You know,
separated
maybe-
it all out.
Maybe we shouldn't spend 500 gold on a diamond if I don't even know if I'm gonna be able to use it. It's probably a good idea.
Tuna,
Are
you're
you a-
allowed to want things. I just want to
Yes.
put that
Yeah.
out there.
But like,
Yeah.
Are you able to use any of Are you able to use any of your abilities, darling?
Do I have to be a healer now?
You say so despondently.
I'm
Make
okay
people
with
better?
it. Not what I was made for.
Yeah, right.
I don't
Can I burn them better?
feel the connection, but that I don't know, in a tight spot I might be able to call on something, but as of right now, then no.
I mean, I can take out my.
I have a healer's kit that you gave me, so
Yes, yeah. I do have a dagger. I can just like poke my finger real quick and see if we can heal it.
I mean, I try to like summon light in my hands since that's a cantrip. I'll just try to do that and see if it.
As a check-in, you currently don't have a holy
No.
your focus, right? And you haven't necessarily chosen anything yet. So
Mm-mm.
there's no light that forms.
Yeah. Nothing.
Okay. Let me make sure that we're covered.
Sorry.
It's good. It's good. I'm gonna make sure we're lesser restoration, cure wounds, going through my spell book, greater. Okay, we're fine. I didn't move anything. I thought I did. We're good.
I
We're good.
did during my break though, I did learn more martial things, so I'm not completely lacking, but I took
Cutting
a level
something.
in fighter.
As Gerald said, it we can get you anything you need, darling. And then if you decide you want to go down that path again, you'll be ready. You'll have the supplies that you need.
Well, assuming I get another holy symbol, I think most of the material won't be a problem. Um, so I mean, now that I think about that spell, it's not really that good. The only one that might be good, and it's very situational, is even more expensive. So
Oh, great.
planar binding.
Oh.
Yeah. That's very situational. We have to have whatever it is in front of us at the time. So
Oh.
yeah, we'll just hold off for a bit.
Alright.
Ooh, actually,
Hmm?
I can learn okay. Scratchy tune voice. I can learn
Goes back
legend
to the
lore.
stall. Yeah.
Which would just give us instant summary of significant lore if we need that for anything. Again, in the future. I think I'm fine. I don't need shopping.
The stall
Okay.
keepers are like, ah, she's looking. No, look,
Yeah.
look at this.
Tuna's just like picking
No.
stuff up and like shaking it, like, I don't need this. Oh,
Have a fine
Dan,
day.
I asked you about buying something a while back. I can't remember if I bought it or if I just told you I was gonna buy it.
Oh my gosh.
It was in the Zoom chat.
I'm sure that whatever it was,
I think I did buy it.
I think
I like snuck off from the group at one point.
yeah, I think so.
Okay.
Mhm,
Okay.
mhm.
Cool. Okay, that's the only thing I would want to buy, but I got
Nice.
that, so we're good.
Did you sneak off with the group funds too? Do I need
You
to
gave
like
it to
subtract
me. I
stuff?
ask you for it, and you said it was
Oh,
fine. So
Okay, perfect. Then
Yeah.
I just need to make sure that we're balanced.
No, we're balanced. We balance.
We're good.
The GL's
Good.
balance. We're good.
Yay!
Awesome.
Just checking.
Anyone else picking up any healing potions? Anything else adventuring gear wise while here? Or anything you might need for spells? It sounds like you're covered with diamonds and diamond dust.
Yeah, I already bought the magical chalk for teleportation circle back home, so
Ah, okay, nice.
we're good.
All right. Well, you finish going through. You do see a number of people entering and leaving that particular building, as I'm sure you all keeping like a peripheral eye out on that Monster Hunter building. There's definitely a good bit of traffic that goes in and out of whether that's just the weapon maker or some kind of Monster Hunter official building. You're not sure. But you do witness that and continue along through the streets, and that kind of circles you back to the southern part where you entered the city, which is mostly sort of a residential area. There isn't too much to see down there, but you've really taken in the city. Have a good feel for it now. You know most of it. It's very easy to navigate because it's such a grid with their planning. Um, Evening's coming around. What would you like to do for the evening? Call it a day. Head back to the inn.
Yes, so
All right.
Some tea.
Return to Shepherd's Watch. Are you eating out or eating at Shepherd's Watch tonight?
Where the free food is.
Yeah. Nice, nice. All right. Well, you stop back in, get topped off with dinner, and make your way up to your rooms finally. And gorgeous set of rooms again. It's a wealthy level establishment inn, and so there are basically four bedrooms with a large in each corner, and a large shared space in the center. Has a room off to the side that has two baths in it, and very comfortable. Everything's really well stocked, comfortable beds, couches, and everything else. Are you all just looking to get some good rest, or do you have any roleplay you'd like to go? Oh,
I
later.
do.
Mhm.
More towards like when the evening is winding down. I don't know if we're all still out or if we've gone to our respective rooms.
You can pick a time that works for you. I imagine everyone will be together until bed, until later. Mhm.
whatever
Wait
you
till
need for the
everyone's-
scene to happen. Please.
we'll just wait until everyone's in their rooms.
Okay.
She will get a little something ready, and Gregory's going to be out since we're inside the rooms and it's safer.
Mhm.
Because poor little thing.
Mhm.
she's going to knock on, I almost said Feyre. Jeez, I got Akatar on the brain. Feora's room.
Uh-huh. Does Feora answer the door, or is it Gerald still?
God, this may change things.
'Cause I need to know what Feora looks like. Are they in her bowl cut, big beard,
Go back.
costume still?
Oh, once they're in the room with doors locked, um, I'll take the disguise off.
You answer
I
the
should have
door?
asked like prior if that's what happened.
It's nothing. Never mind. Shuts the door on
It's nothing.
Gerald.
Like,
Yeah.
just kidding. Since it is, yeah. um, she'll wait. Did Feora answer? Okay.
Is everything all
She,
right?
yeah. This is for you, and she'll hand. It's. I mean, she always hands off tea, but like this tea is like a mix of what Dakos, right,
Yeah.
gave
Mm-hmm.
Ladrin with something that she knows Feora likes, like herb wise, to try to like mix it.
Oh.
And she made like a teapot's worth and tested it out beforehand and was like, oh my God, this is like perfectly aligned with Feora's like aura, personality, whatever. And she'll hand her a cup. Like, I just check in and make sure you're still good from earlier. And
Earlier being rehashing my trauma from being raised in a war-torn plain, or earlier from talking with death?
can we say both?
Yeah, that works.
Okay. But I didn't.
And I'm fine. None of it's new, right?
I mean, you don't have to be fine, even if it's not new.
To not be fine is going to take time that I can't really afford right now.
Why not? Because of our predicament? Or because you don't want to? Which is fine because I completely understand. You know, I completely understand. I mean, look at me. There's trauma written all over my face.
There's just a lot expected of us, of me. There will be time, but for right now, I just need to focus on next step forward, one foot after another. And eventually I'll get through it.
How about this? How about I will make tea. We can play a game of Phoenix chess because it's been a bit since I played, I feel like. And you can hash it out while we're here every night if you want. And I can listen or give advice or just, you know, have Gregory do little dances because he likes to do that sometimes. And then you don't have to worry about being fine while we're here in the room before we go to bed or something. I don't know. Just if you want.
Yeah. But you'll have me all alone in a room and all you want to do is play Phoenix chess?
Hmm?
Um,
Pieces
I don't know what
jiggling
to
and
say to
she's
that.
setting up a table. Yay!
I'm just messing with
Okay.
you. You gonna drink some of this tea with me?
Oh, okay. Wait, what'd you say?
Hi, I'm Ladrin.
Hello. Anyways, do you want to set up a game tonight?
Sure.
Okay. Okay, I'm going to set it. She's just going to move into your room to set up the game instead of setting it up in the common area.
Does the door shut? Would your parents be okay with this going?
I mean, Hadrian's parents are like long gone, so
Yeah,
we don't give a
So
shit.
am mine. It's fine.
It's fine.
Tuna and
Lots
D are
of
mom and
fun.
dad
Yes,
now.
so.
Like,
Nice.
Terrible parents though, because I'm like, I encourage this.
I love it.
Well, it's not like either
We're
of us can
both-
get pregnant, so.
Nice. All right.
We are well over 100 years old. We are very mature
Yeah.
adults sometimes.
Nice.
I can attest to the adults. I can't to the mature.
Fair. Same.
Perfect. Well, you play some Dragon Chess, or do you find yourself opening up and sharing then as you play Dragon Chess about some of these past difficulties and traumas?
Yeah.
Chess.
Yeah, Phoenix chess.
Phoenix Chess, yeah. So sorry.
I don't want to say get it straight, but.
Nice. All right. So everyone is able to get a good long rest. And we'll advance to that next day. Again, stop me if anyone had anything else, but it seemed like we were good to flip over. And so we don't stall out waiting every day. There's 3 days to wait to hear back from Kiri. Does anyone have anything they want to do over the next 3 days? At all. Otherwise, we'll just kind of skip to getting to catch up with Kiri.
The only thing I'm going to do is I'm gonna see if I can sell like my normal size tent and try to get like a big one.
Oh yeah. Like a
Ooh.
2-person tent or something bigger than that.
Maybe like a little bit bigger. Like if I can get like a like if they sell 4-person tent. I don't know. I haven't gone tent shopping ever.
That's amazing.
Not sure what sizes they come in. So 2 is great. 4 would be like optimal.
Yeah, there's 4 gold pieces for a 4-person tent.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Then I'll just trade that one in.
All right. You'll get your
Can I
1-person
just-
tent. You can get 5 silver for it.
Okay, excellent.
Oh, so sorry, Tuna. Please.
no, why did we get 4 rooms?
I was wondering that. I was
I was thinking it when we
did.
did it, but I didn't want
I
to bring
don't-
it up because I didn't want to assume. But
Right. I mean, I also didn't want to assume. I just wasn't sure about, bedroom arrangements. Like, we still have our individual bedrooms back at the castle, so I don't know.
we use one to put a murder board in, and one is just for all of our stuff. We just throw it in one.
Yes.
Never unpack.
Yes.
Yeah.
We plan our heist in one.
Perfect.
I mean, yeah.
Well, the days pass one after another. I imagine you probably correct me if I'm wrong at all, but I imagine you explore a little bit here and there. just to continue getting a feel for the city, but otherwise probably want to stay here. I don't know if we were to, for your if any of you are upholding the illusion by going to any services or anything like that. Okay, Gerald is. Um, is anyone else or everyone else sort of hanging out here anyway?
I'll go and make a. Oh God. Okay. It's going to hurt, but I'll make a 10 platinum donation to the
No,
tithes and
don't do it.
offering.
What are you doing? What
I'm
are you
gonna
doing?
I'm gonna
What are you
it's my personal money. I'm gonna
Well, I know, but still, I'm still asking you
Like you're
why.
just watching like
well,
this close from the platinum pieces as you put them down in the tray.
well, they know my family name and they know like
Yeah.
I'm bankrolling, so
That is fair. Ladron is nowhere near any of those services. Hell
Okay.
no.
And tuna?
I feel like Tuna's there and just kind of, no pun intended, tuning it out.
Nice. I call this tuning it out. Yeah, it's
Tuna
nice. Beautiful. All right. In that case, things seem to go by pretty smoothly. Um, the third day. This is the day. I mean, technically the fourth. It's when you're going to meet Kiri. After their shift. So evening time, you'll meet Kiri, or Kiri will find Feyre. You've all woken up, and may I ask everyone to make a Constitution saving throw, please?
Oh God.
Before
No,
opening
no, you may not.
How rude.
Excuse me.
Excuse you, sir.
no.
Tuna, let me know what you get.
I'm gonna use my DM inspiration.
Oh, that's right, I
Okay.
have that.
Thankfully, a D10.
Oh, good. I got a 3
No.
total.
No, don't.
Which means I have
Okay, all right,
I
noted.
rolled a nat 1 and I have a +1, and then I rolled a 1 on my inspiration.
Are you kidding?
my
Oh,
God.
Carly, poor thing. That's insanity. Jeez. Okay, I made it. I put you down as in the proper category. My goodness. Ladron?
Dirty 20.
30-20. Okay. Feora?
10.
Okay. And Dia?
it really hurts to roll poorly on like the one of the two saves that you're proficient in. I got a 10 total.
That's 10. Total. Okay. Well, Ladron, you wake up. The day's fine. You're ready to fire some tea. What's up?
I forgot I have advantage on con saves when I have soul trinkets.
Excellent. Make a second roll then.
13.
Well, that does make a difference, so.
Sorry, I'm not used to having them
Yeah,
yet.
that is a-okay. That's effectively brand new, so you're good. All right, let's see then. Ladrin, you wake up. You're feeling, fine. Start the day, making your tea. Well, let's go with Feora next. Feora, you wake up and you have some of the worst, like abdominal cramps that you've had, and you're accustomed, right? But these are bad, and it's hard to walk without like leaning over, bent over. You also find yourself with 2 points of exhaustion. Dia, you wake up, you're feeling okay, things are going all right. Tuna, you wake up in even more severe pain than Feora. You can't, you're struggling to get up and out of bed. Like to roll over hurts, your abdominal cavity hurts. It reaches out up through your shoulders and down through your legs. The pain just extends beyond. And you have 4 points of exhaustion. So I'll let you all kind of wake up and discover that with one another. Let me know who wants to say what, but you'll discover it at one point.
I'm gonna probably bring tea
Hmm.
around.
Mm-hmm.
Probably check on Feora first.
Sure. What's your reaction? What are you like? As Ladron comes in.
Like sprawled out on the floor, like clutching.
Mm-hmm.
And help.
What the fuck?
A little hard to breathe.
She'll
Hard to speak.
she will immediately set the tray down and rush over and I don't know what to do. Where does it hurt? Where does it hurt? Where does it hurt?
Everywhere.
Oh, that doesn't help me. She'll just
Not
cast
helping me either.
oh god, she'll just cast a first level cure wounds, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
To try.
Okay. Your hit points
And
remain full, Feora, but nothing happens with the pain. Does not abate.
she goes through her herbalism kit to find like whatever she can herb wise.
Okay.
I need you to be specific. I need it. Is it your head? Is it your chest? Is it your stomach? Is it your feet? Be more specific.
Dominable.
Okay. So this you need this and this and this and this and this. And
As
this.
you're putting that stuff together, Ladron, Dia, you would, if you haven't heard Tuna already, so just a check. Sure there. Tuna and Dia sharing that room then each
That's
night.
what I wanted to ask.
I mean,
we haven't had that conversation.
we haven't. I feel like it though. Like
Okay.
Right.
Absolutely.
after the trauma, I feel like
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Oh, they're
Yeah,
reunited
yeah.
after the.
Mhm.
yeah.
Yeah.
So if
Yeah,
you
no,
didn't.
if I'm waking up naturally, it's super weird because Tuna's an early riser.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
It's. Hmm?
darling, what's going on?
I'm okay. My stomach hurts a bit, but I'm okay.
Oh no, that's not good. Because if you say something hurts, that means you're near death. What's going on? I'm up. I'm awake.
No, I
Nice.
don't know. I don't. I really don't know what it is. I don't know if it was dinner last night or.
I'll go get Ladrin. You relax. Sit.
Sit.
Is that because I'm a
Stay.
wolf? Yeah, yeah.
Oh,
You race over and get Ladron and see Ladron panicked, like working through her alchemy set with Feora sprawled out on the floor. Pain.
Oh no, it's Mayor dead.
I don't know what happened. I'm fine. Are you fine?
I'm fine.
Was Tuna fine?
I don't know. All they said was that their stomach hurts, so it's
Oh.
devastating.
Oh my god.
What do we do?
Okay. Well, I tried healing and it didn't work, so I'm trying to I'm gonna make some new tea
Okay.
for abdominal pain.
Okay, I'm
And she
going to
goes,
see
like,
if there's magic shenanigans,
Hmm.
and I'll
Heat,
get.
heat, anything heat. Oh, I have heat. I don't know what to do with that.
Yeah, you can make an alchemy check that uses your wisdom modifier. I think it's in there in your skills. I think. No, okay, I'll add that.
That's the other.
Oh, you don't have any alchemy skills in this one, or do you?
No, I have an herbalism kit. Because of all the
Okay.
tea.
You can make an herbalism.
I have the alchemy, but I'm also lying on the ground in pain, so
Laid out. You can do an herbalism check with wisdom, and the DC is different than alchemy, but you can
Right.
try that if you want. I've also put out there you're in a town of like priests and healers and clerics.
Mhm.
As a thought, just scene setting, do whatever you
Mhm.
want. Just
I-
be
No,
like,
fuck
cognizant
these
of-
guys.
I will
Yeah,
cast
yeah,
detect
no.
magic as well, just to see if there's
Ooh.
any tomfoolery mystically wise going on.
You're just like testing your magic out, or
Mhm,
detect
just to see
magic?
if there's detect magic.
Okay. You ping the usual things ping, but nothing from
Mhm.
like their
Nothing
person,
new.
like their bodies.
Mhm.
Yeah.
There, what kind of a check was the herbalism? Is it with my wisdom?
Mm-hmm.
Just straight wisdom?
And proficiency.
Oh, okay. Paula, thank God. No pun intended. That's a 28.
Okay, really, really good roll. So you put something together that traditionally helps with many types of abdominal pain, and 28. What you craft and have them, have feed Feyor or Trevor drink helps just in the slightest, unfortunately. So it's not fixing it. It takes, I like to say it takes the edge off, but it's too painful to really take the edge off. But it lowers it maybe from, like, Tuna's is up at 10. Tuna's being like Tuna and like pushing through.
Mhm.
For yours is that would be probably an 8, and it takes it maybe down to like a 7.5. Taking that a little bit off, but
Oh, I have other shit like lesser restoration or whatever.
That might help the. Does that
Oh.
help with the exhaustion at all?
And one disease or one condition afflicting. So, like poisoned. They've been poisoned.
We ate dinner here, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm not. We've already paid.
Right, it was free. I'm gonna just look around like our stuff, and then if I can't find anything here, like maybe something like any signs that someone's been in our room or anything like that, and
oh
then
sure, you make an
Or
investigation
place
check.
a cursed
okay.
object in our room.
Ooh,
Is it a weird doll
the
somewhere?
Winchesters, yes.
Or,
The
yes.
pouch under your bed.
Eh.
Immediately.
All right, investigation. Here we go. 4.
No.
I am literally
Toast
just
is
throwing things.
Oh, this is all wrong. This shouldn't be
Nobody
happening.
panic.
I
Like,
love
it's
it.
fucking penny. What do I do?
Oh,
Um, the only thing I have left is greater restoration, but I don't know if they've been cursed or anything else, and it's only one time.
Mm-hmm.
So
I don't
I don't want to
see.
choose.
Mm-hmm. I don't see any magic or anything. So, or felony.
Or spell anything. Okay,
Mm-mm.
okay.
There's nothing. There's nothing amiss in our room.
Yeah.
So, like,
Um,
I know I have 4 points of exhaustion,
mhm.
but I'm Tuna. Can I see if I can maybe, like, I know it'll be at disadvantage, but, like, think of something that could have happened, like, if I've heard of something like this, like, specifically in, like, a religious context, if maybe this is something to do with that?
You are welcome to do either a history check to see if you recall anything, or a religious check to like hone in on like a religious sort of side to it.
Yeah, like, the plague or something.
Nice.
Okay. Well, I rolled a natural 20 and a 9, so that's a 12.
Oh, yeah, nothing really lines up with anything from, religious history or text.
Okay.
But the pain
Just with us
feels in both of you. Yeah, like you're
Mhm.
dying, just to elevate the severity of it.
Yeah.
Mhm.
do we call for somebody?
I feel like at this point we have to. I don't know. I don't know what to do. I don't heal.
Barely heal. So I'm not qualified.
Do we Vera, can we talk to your friend Kiri, or do we just call a random do we call a random person, because we don't know what's going on with you and Tuna.
She can't heal.
There's little bells on the wall too for service in case you're like looking to ask that person. Don't have to, just
yeah,
want that
fuck
you be
yeah.
aware of that. Ding, ding, ding.
It's the
Wait.
hunters.
What?
It's the hunters.
How?
The bell
How?
rings down at the register. You hear footsteps coming up to check on
It
you.
has to be.
Hello? You rang the bell? What can I do you for? Just outside the door.
Can't
And then-
see me as Feora.
Do you provide room service?
Hey!
Excellent. I would like a 10-tiered cake.
All right. We'll put that.
Different flavor for each tier, please.
Oh, all right. It's 5 gold. All right for that. That's
Perfect. Yep, I open the
hey.
door, throw him the gold.
Thank you. Customer's always right. Customer, and they're walking down the stairs.
Okay, so I panicked.
No, that's okay.
Sees
That's
the
fine.
room in complete disarray behind you, by the way. Like, oh
Yep.
no.
It's Wolfsbane. It has to be.
Does that ring a bell for Ladrin? Because I'm sure she. Well,
Yeah, you studied
history.
with a book. You read the Lupine Pandeck. I believe
Didn't
it
we take
says Wolfsbane kills wolves, not werewolves. However, when ingested, Wolfbane causes a werewolf to become severely weak and feverish. Let's see. We can trap them in their form, this and that. Can also cause hallucinations and severe pain.
Okay, that changes things. How do I? Oh,
Can I try shifting?
Absolutely. Do you want to try and shift into your wolf form or your werewolf form? Your hybrid.
Hybrid.
Okay, so you go to shift into your hybrid. Let's see. Make a gosh, let me see what exhaustion does to you at this point. You had what? You had 2 points of exhaustion. You just have disadvantage on ability checks. I guess just make it'd be a Constitution saving throw. So you would just make that straight as you're trying to through the pain. This is for the pain. This is you trying to focus on that. Let me know if you get a 13 or higher.
14.
Nice. Okay. All right. So you go ahead and shift into your hybrid form. Pain still. Brutal, intense.
But I wouldn't be able to do that if it was Wolfsbane, right? Because it traps you in the form.
From what you read, because you also read the Pandact, it traps you if you're in a wolf form, your regular wolf form, it would trap you in that, and you wouldn't be able to shift out of that.
Well, never mind then. I thought that's what I was trying to.
You want to shift? Are you trying to shift over to your wolf form then?
Yeah, I'll try
Okay, you
that.
shift over to your wolf form. Brutal pain.
Then shift back.
You don't shift back. You're
Oh, fuck.
trapped in your wolf form.
Okay. All right. So, how do we get rid of Wolfsbane of Wolfsbane poisoning? I'm whispering because I don't know if they're listening.
We need to get it out
Dragon
of our
check.
systems.
Okay.
Okay. We need to call for like water, a lot of water.
I will
Flush
call a
the-
second. Mm-hmm. Ding, 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 ding.
Yeah.
Don't. Hey, how can I help you?
I need
I'm gonna
water,
drag
lots of
myself
it.
into another room.
Yeah, well, I'll make sure to block the door so he can't see inside. I need tons of water. I'm getting ready. Wait, before I rang the
Thoughts?
door.
Mhm.
Yes, indeed.
Oh. So did you say you wanted to check before you rang the door? Or?
There's no indoor plumbing or anything. I'm always double checking.
Oh, no. There's the baths in there that they'll have to bring over pails for
Okay.
you and warm up.
All right.
Mhm.
I need pails of water for a bath, please.
Of course, of course. Is everything all right? Looking at like from you pulling and investigating all the pillows.
Oh yes, it was just a spirited night. Water,
Ah,
please.
of course, of course. Be up immediately, and it does so. Starts bringing up pails and pails of water, enough for both tubs. They're full. You know,
I have
probably
him leave him at the
passing you.
door.
Yeah. And then they're done and they leave, and you've got 2 tubs full of water. Now, I'm just gonna add for Tuna and Feora that have read this a lot, the Lupine Pandect. You would know, now that you've kind of circled into it being Wolfsbane, that either something potent like Greater Restoration could nullify, like Lesser doesn't quite get all the components, but Greater Restoration tackles all the different aspects and how this affects you as a werewolf. Also, laxatives. That's the other very rudimentary way of like just getting it out of your system.
All right, herbalism girl, you heard him.
Okay. Guys, I only have
Taking a
access to
specialty.
one greater restoration, and I don't want to choose.
Hand me the diamond dust.
Can you do it?
I don't know.
Okay. Well, then what is that, 100, right?
Yep.
Gold? Okay. I will take 100 gold of dust out of my bag of holding. Give it to Tuna.
Okay.
Or do you just want to shit it out?
I'm gonna try this first. That sounds very unpleasant.
Yes, it would be.
All right. Feora, can you come in?
No, you do it on you.
Fine. Okay, I am going to just kind of close my eyes for a second and just kind of think about when I was standing on by the edge of the ocean and the waves kind of coming over my feet a little bit and kind of reaching out to me. And I want to kind of have that picture in my head and try to like reach back out. Basically, trying to contact Nicole and just say, I've made up my mind. And I will try to cast Greater Restoration.
Right here in this penthouse in room, laid back, sitting on the floor, lean back, kind of clutching your fist and reaching out to Nicole of the Glowing Deep. The primordial lost its physical form and combined its spirit with the oceans of the planet themselves. And you feel that same feeling of being awash with the spirit of the ocean as that wave comes in and kind of cascades through you here in this space. And you feel that freedom, that release of like all the tension, all these worries. And as the wave pulls away, you feel something in your hand, and it's a pearl about this big, a little bigger than a spinning quarter, right? Beautiful iridescent pearl that can act as a focus, a holy symbol, if you will. And with that, you clutch it and hold it to your chest and cast Greater Restoration. And you have removed 1 point of exhaustion, and the pain subsides.
Okay. can live with that.
Are you good?
Yeah, it works.
Perfect. She doesn't
works.
mean to cut you off, but she's running towards Feora.
Okay.
And she'll take the last 100 gold pieces of crushed diamond.
Yeah.
And tell her, okay, hold on. And cast Greater Restoration as well.
All right, you run back in, kind of stumbling down to the floor. So you
Mhm.
are trapped in their wolf form of their werewolf. Cast Greater Restoration. Lay hands on her fur, just sort of,
Get to do pets.
all right,
Scritches.
yeah, it's all right, Favor. And cast through Greater Restoration. So, Fiora, you also remove 1 point of exhaustion, and the pain subsides. And you feel that freedom of transformation return to you.
I'll transform back.
Okay. Shift back to your human form.
How are they able to find you?
Set the building on fire now?
They probably just put it in the food and the water for everyone. I don't know if they're targeting us specifically.
I just feel like that takes so much resources. And
True.
maybe.
Well, if
Ladrin
they're
is
passionate about it if they're funding out to other places.
Mm-hmm. Well, I suppose we can keep an eye out. See if it is just them being overly cautious and they're just putting it in the food supply. But you can keep an eye out to see if anyone's expecting you to be dead or looking out on any of our rooms. Our room.
They do have our descriptions. They saw us in
In
South Belmont,
South Belmont.
North
Like-
Belmont, wherever we were.
north.
I'll add as general knowledge the cost of Wolfsbane. Like, even if they were pretty wealthy, you would know they can't do the whole supply for the city. They might be able to do a lot, but it would have to be targeted in some measure. Just
Okay.
general knowledge.
I'm upset with myself. I stopped. I let go of the ability to be able to control people. It seemed like a thing I should let go of, but now I'm deeply angry that I've forgotten how to do it. Okay.
That's okay. Ladrin's hand has been holding Fiora's just like out of all this whole ordeal. She doesn't really realize that. But let's see, I think she doesn't have it prepared today, but she'll bring up like I can purify our food and drink while we're here the rest of the time. If that helps, right? That should take out Wolfsbane, right?
Lady, you can read minds, can't you? Am I making that up?
I can detect thoughts. Oh, I have telepathy,
You
but I
got
can also
that
detect
necklace,
thoughts.
remember? From yeah. If you're still wearing it, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Nice.
It could be perhaps
gonna-
he's yes.
I'm gonna take a nap before we meet with Kieran.
Of course.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Or you rest up. The rest of you sort of, kind of collect yourselves. There's a knock at the door. Cakes ready. Service.
Oh,
Thank you. I'll go to the door. And can I
He's looking around the cake at you.
eyes here. My eyes are here. Can I get a vibe check off this guy?
Yeah,
I
make an
don't.
insight check.
Okay.
Do a quick insight. Let's see if he's trying to control his.
Yep.
That would help, but I'm dying in the bed.
Yep. 7.
A 7. Okay. I mean, he's composing himself. I mean, you would imagine that maybe having the money thrown at him some other
Probably
things,
is.
but but he
Fair.
seems to be very professional, and he's not trying to
Mhm.
snoop. He's just like, the cake's huge, and just kind
Yeah.
of looking. Hey, right, what can I do?
Oh, nothing. That's so great. Thank you very much. As I take the cake and I close the door.
He just clears the
Mhm.
door. Nice. It looks delicious,
Mm-hmm.
and he leaves. Yep.
Don't eat that.
Well, I wouldn't be affected by it, but how do we tell if it
Oh.
has wolfsbane in it? Like, is there?
Hold on. I don't have it prepped.
Then if it has wolfsbane in it, then that means they're in the kitchen.
Hmm.
I don't know. I've read one mystery novel in my life.
I can detect poison, but it'll have to be tomorrow if we just hold a piece of it.
Mm-hmm.
And hold on
And
to
then
the
I
whole
can
thing, I
pure-
suppose.
Also, because you read the Lupine Pandex so well, and this isn't actually a thing that's in there, but it's in the background of Wolfsbane. It's not. It might not technically fall under a poison.
It only affects werewolves, not like
So,
people.
so
Mm.
not to say that you might not be able to seek out a more advanced version of that spell so that you can cover that in the future.
Mm-hmm.
So, I love having that stuff open to learn.
Mhm.
But the spells it is might not pick up Wolfsbane.
That's true.
I can always pick up purified food and drink tomorrow and make sure all of our food is edible
Mm-hmm.
and our
But if it
drinks.
doesn't count as poison, it wouldn't get rid of it either.
Mm-hmm.
Because purify food and drink just gets rid of poison.
Oh, is that okay?
Poison and disease.
Thought I had it up.
Yeah, it's
Mm.
yeah.
Well,
It's yeah.
if we have to wait until tomorrow, we won't eat the cake. We can only deal with Kiri's supposed to come today, so rest as much as you are able to. Looking at Tuna. If we want to do this today, or if that's the only way we can. So
Yeah.
Right. You managed to get some rest. I mean, you're definitely tired. It wasn't a great night of sleep building up to that, and you're able to get your full rest. So, on top of having greater restoration, with the remainder of the rest, I'm going to go ahead and say you remove another point of exhaustion. You got the whole day. So, I think Feora, that brings you to no points, and Tuna, that brings you down to 2 points of exhaustion. Before the evening time, I guess you wouldn't hear it, but downstairs is Kiri at the clerk's desk. Hi, I have a new friend I made recently, and she said she's staying here. And oh, I don't know, I'm so forgetful. But she's with her friends and kind of describes without using names. And the clerk's like, "Oh yeah, up there. You can knock." So, hello, it's me,
who's
I'll
me?
open it.
Kiri. I'm so sorry.
The door's already open. It's okay.
I said, "Oh, hi. Good. I brought some good coffee today," and open, let her in, shut the door. She sets it down, and expression just kind of goes back to. So,
Where's the coffee from?
mhm. Oh, the coffee is from and names the place, the little coffee shop. It's really tasty coffee as far as she's concerned. She gets it regularly. She's fine, but sets it down. Um, here's opens up a beautifully drawn map of most of the crucible. I wasn't able to get the interior, I did have to remove from play 2 supervisors. However, it did bring me access to this portion. Shows you maybe like 3/4 of the way into this building. The building itself is rather deceptive in nature, in that you would expect things to be housed here, but there's actually a large underground area that I found through some vent work. I'm not sure what they're doing down there because I only had an hour and a half to get back to the vent I entered. But I was able to map out this, and shows you like this downward map of several stories below, and then it drops into like this cavern beneath the very center of the crucible. And she's done a really good job of making it, artistically nice too, the drawing and with perspective and all. Um, they're working on something down here that's big, and where's Gerald? Are you already up, Feora?
I'm still like working off the exhaustion. Like it was mentally a lot too, so no, not yet.
Gotcha.
They're resting.
Okay. Well, they're working on something down here that is big. So I'll make efforts to discover more. But as far as what the mission is for you all, this is the best I can do. I think that if I can get you on a tour through here and shows you, we'll have to sneak about 10 minutes worth of sneaking down hallways to get to this vent. Then we'll have to climb through vent work down to this area. I don't know what they're working on here, but there's a storage area off of that room at the very bottom that has a rather advanced arcane lock on it, and an intricate, typical lock, mechanical lock. And whatever the magic radiating from that room is immense. So, given the specifics that Feora shared, I believe your items are down there. I can get you to the vent, but I can't travel the vents with you. That's as far as I won't have the same luxury. This would be the day after tomorrow. Is my next shift there in the supervisor role. Interim supervisor, soon to be official. And I'll get you that far, but I have to stay on my rounds.
Okay.
Tuna
That's
kind of
good.
yells from the other room, "I'll be fine by then."
Okay.
Oh. You're all now?
Yeah, just spirit tonight,
Oh, good. I don't,
Have a little
but
fun.
it sounds good.
Mm.
All right. And you're sure? I was thinking that perhaps this section of the building over here on the far back corner, if we set off some light explosives, we could collapse 3 stories. Emergency services, we have their guards. It would draw attention away from
We're
your
like
pursuit.
very sure we don't want explosives. Right, darling?
Yes,
Okay.
absolutely no explosives, please.
Mhm.
Why is
Maybe
that a
we can-
definition of light explosives?
Light, just enough to collapse the supports.
Hmm.
There's
To cause a 3-story.
yes. Well, that would get people away from. There's also, it's Susan and HR's birthday, and there'll be a big cake for everyone that we could lace with some poison.
Wow.
And
Okay.
the emergency services would be drawn over there. There would be distraction and talk. That might also
Jesus
suffice.
Christ.
I think some non-lethal, non-destructive distractions
Mm-hmm.
would be a great thing for this, and maybe a good mental exercise, a new challenge for you to try.
Absolutely, of course, Feora. I will work up a system of smaller, non-lethal distractions to cascade throughout the building. A minor diuretic in the cake, perhaps, um, and maybe some minor structural issues like a leak of gas or other things, just to create some disarray in the building.
You
You can
seem
promise
really.
me that the minor gas leak will not be lethal?
I'm
Well,
made of fire, so it's probably not a good idea.
if there's
What's
open
with
flames, I can't help that, but it
the
will add to
obsession
it.
with poisoning a
You
cake?
don't plan on
That's-
opening you don't plan on opening this gas leak in the same room with the cake, do you?
No. These would be cascading
Susan.
throughout the building. They're just very efficient ways to get distractions done.
But there could be like water leaks that
Yeah.
aren't so
Yes. I
combustible.
don't think that would be as efficient, but I understand, and I will, as always, serve your will, Feora.
I want to kind of wander into the main room at this point.
Mhm.
And I would like to insight check Kiri.
I was going to say detect thoughts for sure.
Okay. Okay, all right. Roll an insight check, Tuna.
Disadvantage. Fuck.
Oh, no.
Fuck me. It's another natural one.
Oh, no. Okay, you're
It's
just
for
lost.
9
Like, no.
total.
Oh, 9 total? Okay, no, that's enough. Eight's
Yeah.
the thing. So, um, and then I'll let you know later in surface thoughts. The Tuna, you're inciting them, and you see they're not. There's nothing malicious. They're not trying to like let's blow it. They're just trying to be efficient, and it feels very efficient as distractions to have like these larger things consume resources in the building. They
Yeah.
just seem to be missing that empathy piece that
Right.
you know.
Right. Okay.
And Ladrin, you're getting that. There's again no in the surface thoughts. You're just like running the numbers. This would be much more efficient, but Feora's always give me proper guidelines to follow, and I will follow them. That is my rule set.
Poisoning cake's big here. Is that a common thing?
Um, I'm not that I'm aware of.
Okay.
Looks over at the cake from a couple days ago or this morning.
I was testing a theory.
Hmm. I see.
Kiri, are there hunters in the area?
What sort of hunters, ma'am?
Werewolf?
Oh, lycanthropy and the like is very frowned upon here in the city. Yes, the headquarters, in fact, for the Monster Hunters Association is here in town in the marketplace.
Kiri, I'd like to add lycanthropy related anything to our reports
Oh,
for the future.
understood. Well, I am already aware that they operate here. Any of the tropic natures are frowned upon here. The guild holds this crest. They described the crest that Ladrin saw and then showed you above the building. They operate their headquarters for the continent out of that building. They use certain. They don't use that newspaper deal here. However, in any local inn, they tend to lace food with wolfsbane, and then when people come to get treated for it, they know they're thoroughly involved with the guards here. In any grouping of guards, there are typically 4 or 5 guards in a group. One of them is a member of the Hunters Association, trained to identify the symptoms of wolfsbane and such. The healers in the town know if, say, believe it strikes with some sort of abdominal pain and some other, I don't know all the intricacies of lycanthropy, but
And if they knew our face, ugh, it's all clicking. Okay, sorry,
Mhm.
Kiri, continue. I'm
of,
just
of
solving a
course,
riddle in my head.
no, that's wonderful. That's wonderful. Yes, so any of the inns, because that's where people travel through, they're able to test all people traveling through the city for by lacing all the food. All the food has wolfsbane. It's a bit pricey, but they get considerable funds from the Crucible.
You know why they frown upon it so much?
Oh, absolutely. They where we were. The Crucible finds all ropes, as they crudely name those afflicted with any of these canthropies, or anything like lycanthropy. Um, are they view them as twisted abominations of the people that they once were, not at all what the gods created in the person originally, and just a twisted mutation of that, meant to be set right forcefully if need be.
Do you know if they have any other testing methods that they utilize outside of lacing the food in ends?
That's a rather large sort of thing known among those of the Crucible, but I'm not familiar with anything else here in the city. No, no other means that I know of.
Do I need to be worried about being, you know, slightly fiendish?
Um, don't believe so. There
Okay.
isn't really anything, give or take, at your very such a rare occurrence in this world that I don't think they have a consensus.
Okay.
Um,
Good. The racism hasn't reached that yet. Good to know.
they've peaked it in other areas, it would seem.
Right. See that. Okay, just making sure that I could actually, go out and about.
Of course. Well, I will leave this map with you again down here. This, and for the size of the crucible, she's drawn the whole thing to scale. This shaft that is like, there's a number of, it's sort of a cathedral-esque up top, and it's sort of an inverted ziggurat almost underneath. Steps, smaller, 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 built about halfway into its depth. And then if you take away about half the width of that in the middle, so maybe a city and block and a half, is this big shaft. It's this huge square drop, and at the bottom there's a room off to the side that seems to be a treasury or whatever. This is what has the big arcane lock and everything else. Um, yeah. Let's see. Was there anything else that she would write in here? There's a lot of scaffolding in the. There's what appears to be, and it's sketched in here too, an incredibly tall arched stone gate. And it looks just like beautiful columns of stone. She's done a fantastic job artistically, that kind of arch at the top, and it just looks like a gate, not even a gate, something you would walk through in a garden, perhaps, with just the pillars that reach, but it has that gate kind of shape to it. It's 150, maybe upwards of 200 feet tall. That fills most of the space in the shaft. Scaffolding runs around it and along the outer walls. I think that they are it's under construction. They're I think assembling this gate, and so you can use all the scaffolding to climb your way down to the bottom where this resides. But there are no stairs, or there is no elevator. You'll have to use the scaffolding.
Excellent work, Fury. As
Thank you.
always.
Of course. I'm going to look further into lycanthropy and other layer system monster hunters for you, as well as this gate area, and see what they're working on down there. Thank you for your time as always and your guidance. I will work on the systematic cascading set of distractions that we spoke of.
Thank you.
Goes over and opens the door and turns back. You crack me up. All right, everybody. Take care and have a great day. And I'll see you soon. Bye. Click. Shuts the door and walks down the stairs. Right. Leaving all this big map sprawled out. This massive gate that's 150 feet by scale here. As you look at it, it's about 150 feet tall. Scaffolding all about. You've got the location. You've got an arcane lock, an advanced arcane lock to get by, and an advanced mechanical lock to get by. And the day after tomorrow, 2 days from now, is when Geary can bring you over to make the magic happen. And so you sit, taking a deep breath with the knowledge of that, and the knowledge that the Monster Hunters Association is here. You have answers for why you were all hurting. And with that, we'll close out tonight's session. Come back next. Beautifully done. Well done, players. Thank you for such a fun session.
Fun.
Yes, lots of great role play, and love where you took everything. Looking forward to the caper, the heist. That'll be pretty exciting. Yeah, for anyone that's new, thank you so much for hanging out with us. And chat was great. Thank you. We have Jack Rabbit. Thank you for hanging out. And Canadian Dice and such. Lots of fun. Consider giving a follow if you had fun, and you can be alerted to our other content as we go live. But you've been watching our Tuesday night campaign, Sundered Faete. High fantasy, high drama.
Almost drama.
I love it so much.
Always.
Oh,
So much drama.
Yeah, so we stream every Tuesday night, 9 to midnight. So I hope to, at least, if not during the other streams, catch you next Tuesday. And we can find out what it is that's gonna happen to our friends. Oh, thank you, Chipmunk Party. Nice to see you here. Yeah, find out what happens next Tuesday with this heist with our 3 werewolves plus 1 humanoid, 1 human crew in the city that has Monster Hunter headquarters. Until then, we're gonna raid our friends over at Dork Tables. Consider giving a Caw Mad Bird raid for some hype and some branding as we scoot over there. And had such a fun time with y'all tonight. Can't wait to catch you again soon. Take care, everybody. Bye.
Bye.
All right, let me find the buttons to click now.
Oh my God.
Awkwardly pressing.